All right, everybody, we back once again. Sorry about that first podcast. We had some heavy technical difficulties, but the mighty has fallen, and it raises the question: Is it in the man's nature to cheat, especially a black man? Is it in the black man's nature to cheat? We'll talk about it tonight on Gangsta Talk. Dame hit it.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game going for mine. And this is the year when mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the reel.
Bang him out.
With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the ghetto bro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beans is copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid, caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the glass. Spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me. Sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see it spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Invested in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. Yeah, get yours, I get down for mine. I get down for this. I get down for mine. I get down for hands on the regular shit. I get down for mine. I get down for this. I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you bet. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. Witness a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AKs. You in a daze. Overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gibb. Bahamas a booty smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick. Pumping skunk. Bouncing with my click. Popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. Once it's talk about flipping keys. Come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making doubters believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sweet. I'm bringing the drama to the streets with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the streets, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for dance. I get down for mine. I get down for dance on the regular. Shake the fingers, no fear. I get down for mine. I get down for dance.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Gangsta Talk. Sorry about that first stream. We had all kinds of problems with that first stream, but we are back now. Now, this is not our style. The Ebony Star Network, we're not, ambulance chasers, if you will. We don't go running whenever there's a car crash or a train wreck. We don't do that. We like to do our own original content. But every now and then there's something out there that will grab our attention. and this is one of them. Like I know everybody else talked about it, but I want to talk about it a little bit too because I don't like the way this looks. I, I don't like what it implicates. I don't like the way it makes us look because this guy here, this guy, man, Jackson had a name. He had a lot of status with women, and he was the proverbial gentleman or nice guy, and that hurts real gentlemen, real nice guys like myself, because we're not like Derek Jackson. And I got a problem with the way the media portrays everybody. Everybody's a bad guy. As soon as something goes awry, everybody's a bad guy. Now, because of this guy here, women think that there are no nice guys out there, and this is what nice guys do. So you can't trust any man, and nothing can be further from the truth. Like I said, the media does a great job of painting a bad picture of everyone. They put this guy out here. They harp on the fact that he's a womanizer. He's a mental and emotional abuser, and he can't be faithful. And so, because of him, the rest of us get hit with this tarnished image. You know, we get hit with this immature behavior. We can't keep any self control. We're not faithful. We can't be loyal to our women and our children. And nothing can be further from the truth. It's not in a man's nature to cheat. I understand what society says and how it looks, but it's not in a man's nature to cheat. Now, let me bring in my co-host real quick before she goes off to La La Land. Dame.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, she talked about the woman that exposed him. Talked about him bringing her to their home, and even in the same bed that him and his wife slept in. Talk
Yeah.
about that.
Well, I think that shows thoughtlessness, selfishness, a certain narcissistic thrill seeker type frame of mind. The disrespect, number one. Not only is bad enough you're cheating, but you bring in this woman to your wife's bed.
Yeah, that's an act of war.
I know
That's
some women to get homicidal over situations like this. I've seen women break as to burn the bed. Don't care if she burned down the house, the yard. She is so intent on burning that image out of her head, she will burn a bed. She don't care about no freaking ticket. She don't care about nothing, but that is burned into her mind. You are putting an imagery that's pretty much never going away. In your woman's mind, when you go to that level of disrespect, you that's a level of a whole nother thing. You know, that shows that to me, you don't love me, you don't respect me, you don't care about what you bringing into our beds. That woman could have anything, even if she don't. Her microbiology is totally foreign to mine. You bringing sickness to me because my body's going to react because her microbes and your microbes now is in my body. You that's why I said women have been known to get homicidal over situations like that. Um. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Your woman says she's forgive you after that level of disrespect. You're going to go through hell. Um. Because, as I said, that imagery is burned. Even if she never actually sees it, the imagery is burned in her mind. Every time you smell different, move different. Anytime you are so much as late, running through her mind. She's gonna be scurrying around her house to see something change, the smell change, something's moved. You are not gonna get any peace. It's gonna take a long time. And it's still never gonna be let go. That means after a certain point, she trusts you again. But it ain't gonna be over with anytime soon. We could be talking about your entire married life. But no, you don't care about that. You don't even love her as you love yourself. If she was to do that same thing, you would kick her out, you would beat her, you would drag her through the mud. You would be so angry, you'd be ready to kill her. Sorry, you'd be homicidal. Or you would drop her and never take her back. But you don't have that consideration for her. Because what? Women are forgiving, we loving. Or did you think she was desperate and that she was such a prize that she put up with anything?
Okay, I'm back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, see, the problem I have with all of this, it's the way it looks. It looks really, really bad, and it makes black men look bad. It makes men look bad, period. It makes it look like we can't be faithful. It makes us look like, we're prone to cheating. Okay, and ladies, I'm here to tell you that men, it's not in the man's nature to cheat. I understand that's what you see all the time. That's what society chooses to harp on all the time, zero in on. Every time a man cheats on his woman, it's all over the place. It's huge news. They talk about it for days to the point where they try to burn this thought into your mind that men are unfaithful and that men will cheat naturally, and that's not true. It's not true. There are plenty of men out here who are loyal and faithful to their women and children, and they don't cheat. Every man is not a dog. Every man don't run around here with his tongue hanging out. Every man don't run around here and can't exercise any self-control. A lot of these dudes are extremely immature. These are weak men. I said before that a marriage is for strong men. Weak men do these kinds of things. Weak men act like boys. Boys want their cake and eat it too. Boys want to take their marbles and go home. Boys want to go mess with someone else's toys rather than play with their own. And he's not even man enough to tell this woman that she's not his type and he's really not into her like that. And and it pisses me off because this guy had status. He was Derek Jackson. Now, I'm not really tripping about Derek Jackson because the manosphere hate this guy, and I hate the manosphere. So anybody the manosphere hate must be a good dude. But this stuff right here, it makes us all look bad. Dame, come on in.
Okay. All right. So,
Okay, now, play a little bit of the video
oh,
so
okay.
we can hear the audio. Now we're gonna play a little bit of the audio that him and his wife made. Right? It might be a little tough for you guys here. Let me know if you guys can hear it. Just type in one if you can hear it. Just play the audio, then. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, apparently, he made a clip with his wife, and he's supposed to have everything reconciled. You know.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and play.
All right. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's playing it yet because it is kind of low. Are you playing it yet, Dan? Okay.
Yes,
That was started,
Okay, we
yes.
can't hear it.
August, maybe September of last year. But a lot
Is
has
this
been said
better?
already about what was
Yeah.
the cause and all that other stuff.
It's echo though.
Some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derek Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear. I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time.
Okay, Dane, stop. Okay, I don't understand how he didn't know that before.
Yeah, him not knowing that you can't build a platform contradictory to the way you live.
Yeah, see, women, y'all got to stop falling for guys. Y'all got to stop falling for these tricks, okay? This dude knew full well what he was doing. Don't think for a minute that he didn't know what he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. He didn't think that he was going to get caught because he was Derek Jackson. All of this stuff now about, coming clean and all of that, man, miss me with all that. It should have never happened. This is what kills me because it's guys like this and other guys like the Manosphere. This is what creates man-hating women. And then the women think that all of us are bad and we can't catch a break here or there. Well, that's his nature, Yvette. That's not a man. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? Women think, and I'm not saying you, Yvette, right? Because of guys like this and this other guy, they think it's in the man's nature to cheat. And it isn't. That's not in our nature to cheat. And it's really, it's hard to explain that when you got guys like this all over the place. That's in his nature. He's running around here like that. Excuse me. Well, I don't even know if you're going to say most men. When you say most men, what number is that? There's 22 million black men in America. Saying most, that's pretty large number. What kind of number is that? See, when we say these things, like I don't know about that most. And and it really kills me, man, because it makes us all look bad. And you got brothers out here like myself who's been married, never cheated on my wife. You got guys who never stepped out on their wives, never stepped out on their children, disrespect their children by bringing a woman, that they're cheating with into their homes. And when these guys do this, they get all the spotlight. All right, they get the spotlight. But when you got a brother that's doing what he's supposed to do, a decent brother, they don't get any spotlight. They don't get talked about. They don't get put on. I bet you if you had the good guys, right? If the media spent as much time on the good guys and the brothers who are doing the right thing as they do on these bums, right? Then you wouldn't have it playing out the way it's playing out right now. Because the black woman would know that there's options out there. There are really good men out there. But when this is all they see, this is all in the media, they think none of us is good. Come on in, Dan. I don't know
All
what
right.
percentage that is, chaos. And I hear this most men cheat, but what there's 22 million or 23 million black men in this country. What is most? I mean, if you're saying most, that has to be over at least 50%. Most will probably be somewhere in the 70%. That's a lot of black men. That's a lot of black men. I mean, especially if you're talking most. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, okay.
Hell, if they're talking over 70% of black men, then we may as well concede that there ain't no good black men out there. Because I guess the 30% that's left are married. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Dan.
All right. Okay. Okay. I just don't get that. Okay. If you're not through chasing women, you're not ready to settle down, you want to be free to go from this woman to that woman to that woman, why get married? Getting married says you're ready to settle down. You're ready to stick with one woman.
So I keep trying to. Somebody gonna understand where I'm coming from. And I'm gonna keep saying this. Marriage is only for strong men. Strong men are responsible. These dudes are weak.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is, it's a weak mentality to think that you're a man and this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go out and cheat on the woman that's loyal to you, that has committed herself to you, that has had children for you. You're looking at it like, well, I'm a man, I should go out and cheat. That's an extremely weak mentality to have, let alone immature. That's immature and weak.
That's an excuse.
No,
Oh.
that's weak. You don't go running your ass out. Okay, a woman just committed to you. That means that she's willing to start a new life with you. She's trusting you to take care of her, to provide for her, to protect her because you love her. And now she gives you the ultimate love by having a child for you. And you think that, okay, after all of that, you get to run your punk ass around here, swinging it every which way you can to whatever woman you come in contact with. That's not what a man is supposed to be doing. Now I hear you. I understand you ladies are saying, well, men cheating. I get all of that, and it's hard for me to push back against that when this is all you see. I get why y'all say that because it's all you see. It's all they keep showing.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what a man is supposed. A man is supposed to be running around here sowing his wild oats after he done got married to a woman that done committed herself to him. It's not what he's supposed to be doing. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of children they have, if they have boys or girls, but you shame your wife in front of your children. You shame your wife in front of her family. You shamed your wife in front of
Wow.
her friends. You
Hey.
shamed your wife in your community.
Dane.
Uh-huh.
Can you do me? I'm sorry. Can you do some quick math? Can you do 90% of 22 million? Real quick.
90% of 22 million.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Pull up my calculator. Don't you die, phone. I'm on. Okay, 90%. Okay. 22 million? Oh, that ain't.
Hmm.
90% of 22 million is 19,800,000.
Wow. So you're saying damn near 20 million men are cheating.
Mm, that's
Over
not.
19 million men out of 22 million. Over 19 million are cheating. I don't
Yeah.
believe that. I don't believe that.
Well, who threw those numbers out there? Wait a minute. Are they talking about? Are they doing it presently, or I cheated on my woman in the past, but now I'm all straight. I'm never going to do that again. Which category of men we talking about? The ones that's presently cheating, the one that cheated in the past, one that ever cheated. Okay. Or I didn't cheat on my woman, but I cheated on my girl before I met my wife. Or I didn't cheat on my wife, but I cheated on my girl before I met my wife. Which category are we talking about here?
Okay. Observation. Where are we? What are we observing to where we see 19 million men cheating? What kind of observation? Where are you getting all that observation from? I mean, I don't know how that happens. I mean, that's a lot of men. 19 million, over 19 million. I don't believe that.
Okay. I think she's going by her community. If she sees 90% of her the men in her community cheating, then she's carrying that to the rest of the world. At least
Mm.
the rest of the United States, or you know, yeah. So,
I don't know if you can do something like that.
well, that's the only way. We're not going to be able to go and ask every man, and not every man's going to be honest. To say, especially to some strange woman, excuse me, sir, have you ever cheated on your wife? No, never. Okay. What about before y'all got married? Have you ever cheated when y'all was just, engaged or dating? No. Okay. Okay. All right. The women before you met your wife. Have you ever cheated on any of them? Huh.
Okay, but let me ask you this question. Are you talking about marriage or are you talking about a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship?
Hmm. Okay. Well, since we gone on this topic, I think we better stick to marriage. I
All
just
right,
that
well,
I guess I'm just so irate by this level of cheating that I carried it all over. Sorry about that, y'all. I apologize to
well,
all.
you know, well, you see, the problem I got with this too is that, what it implicates. It implicates that black men can't be faithful, even the nice ones. And that bothers me because I'm a nice guy.
Mhm.
I've never cheated on my wife. I've never cheated on any of the women that I had as counterparts. And I'm a nice guy. So
Um.
it makes guys like me look bad. Yeah, go
Mhm.
ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I think what it is, we got to separate the brave men from the cowardly men. Brave men will say, they found that they.
I'm trying to tell y'all
Mhm.
what this is. This is weakness. This is a weak man. Do not be fooled by muscles. Do not be fooled by the fact that he's 6'5" and he went to college. This is a mentally weak and immature man.
It was a sexually
He's not.
immature man.
He's not strong enough to be responsible about his woman and children. He can't be responsible for that commitment that his wife made to him. He's not strong enough to hold up that commitment. That's a listen. When a woman commits herself to you, that's a hell of a responsibility. A weak
Mm-hmm.
man can't deal with that. That's too much accountability. You have to take care of this woman. You promised this woman's father and mother that you would take care of her. When the father gives her away to you, you make a promise to God or the Creator and to that father that you're going to take care of his daughter. That is a hell of a responsibility. And a weak man cannot handle that. Only a strong man can handle that. That's why I said before, marriage isn't for the weak.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage is only for the strong. And if a man gets married and his wife is pregnant and he's on some other woman's bed, that is a weak and immature male.
Mm-hmm.
That's some little boy shit. That's not what men do, ladies. Listen, all of this gangsta, all of this pimp shit. This is why I hate pimp culture, because this is a bunch of immature little boy shit. This is not any grown man shit. Okay, grown men do not behave this way. Grown, mature men do not behave this way. And this kind of pisses me off because this Derek Jackson dude. I don't. The manosphere hate this guy. I don't hate the guy, but I hate what he just did because it has all kinds of problems attached to it for the rest of us black men. I'm tired of these dudes with these good women and they doing crazy shit. Like Bill Cosby cheating on his woman 100,000 times. There ain't nothing manly about that. And some guys think that, well, since they get married, okay, well, I got me a wifey. Let me go out and slang my thing every which way but loose. That's some childish, that's a very immature mentality. Go ahead, Dan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the very immature, lack of control, selfishness.
Yeah, it's like a teenage boy, right? That don't know what he wants. He's got a pretty girl on a corner that he likes. He's got a pretty girl in the middle of the block. He's got a pretty girl that lives next door. He's got a pretty girl that lives down the block. He don't know what he wants, so he keeps bouncing between all of them. Can't make his mind up. So he devises a way to try to be with all of them through trickery and deception. Now, let me explain something to you. When a man engages in sexual activity with a woman behind your back, or a woman that while he's married to you, this is a man that also practices deception.
Mm-hmm.
This man is a deceiver.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He did these things in concealment away from you because he didn't want you to know. And I just don't, man. I really don't like the way this looks
Mm-hmm.
because black men are already taking hits. We're already taking L's. This one right here is a hard L to take because he's a nice guy. He's clean cut. You got to be careful about these guys that are made for women. They're made up for women. They got the body. They're very clean. I'm not saying they're overly stylish like these effeminate males, but they're extremely clean. Women love clean men and good smelling men, so they make sure they do all of these things. He's in shape. He's got the body. He's an appealing, specimen for women. And I'm not mad at that. My problem is that you have status with women and you are sympathizing with women. You're making them think that you actually care about them when you don't see them any different than a sissy bimp. You just want to use your status to sleep with as many women as possible. So what does that tell you about a guy like that, right? He has no self-control. A guy like that ain't got to go hunting for women. I mean, it's just. I don't like it. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, well,
And then hold on, and then to bring a woman right into your bedroom, into your house, where you and your wife spend your intimacy, and even the children come into the master bedroom from time to time and jump into the bed and play around with mommy and daddy. You see what I'm saying? So this is an intimate and private place that's meant for you and your family. And you bring a foreign woman in there. I don't mean a foreign woman as in from a different race. I'm talking about a woman that's not your wife. That's a foreign woman. She's not your wife. So she is foreign. You bring this foreign woman into the place where you share private and intimate family time. I mean, that's an act of war against your woman, against your family. I mean, you're a damn traitor. That's an act of war. Go ahead, Name.
yeah, it's a slap across the face. Yeah, so when I was going on earlier about you brought shame, you shame your wife in front of everybody, that was an attack. You attacked her. You attacked your relationship. You attacked your marriage. It meant so little to you that you brought her in the the kingdom, queendom. You brought her into the fortress. You are, like Max says, you're a betrayer. You brought an outside entity into the supposed to be the safest place. The invader didn't break in. You let them in. You unlocked the door. You let them in. You let them in the most vulnerable, private place of your family. You are a public person. So when I say you shame your wife, you brought shame to your wife and your family. Actually, you brought it on both sides. Hers. You purposely flaunted your breaking of a contract to your wife, to her family, to her friends, to her community. And if their children don't know now, they will in the future. You're showing your sons how to disrespect their woman, their wives, their children. You showing your daughter that she will not be respected by her husband, her man. You did this with no thought. You didn't think about it, the consequence. You didn't think about if it was wrong. Oh, wait a minute. You said you know it was wrong, but you did it anyhow? Explain that to me. Okay.
Yeah, see, and that's just,
I
and you know
see.
what? But you see, that's the problem I got right there, right?
Mhm.
He knew all of this before. See, ladies, don't fall for this BS after the fact. He's got an image to try to put back together. He's been found out that he's a charlatan, he's a fraud. So now he's got to put together an image because let's face it, this is how he makes his money. He makes his money off of telling women what they want to hear and selling them like romantic books, books about, how to love, how to heal. What's the name of that book he wrote? How to heal, something like that. Okay.
Mhm.
Be wary of people who are young, who write books. I'm not saying that there's not some out there with some experience, but be very weary about young people writing books about relationships. When I say young, I'm talking about 35 and under. All right. Be weary of an author that's 35 and under writing a book about a relationship. Okay. Most men at that age don't know a damn thing about relationships because they're too busy cheating, womanizing, and swinging their pecker every which way but loose. Okay, so, and a lot of them haven't really been in no real relationships, you know, and so I don't know what the man has done in his life, but from what I could tell, he's not that old. I wouldn't be interested in reading a relationship book written from him by him. All right. And again, these gurus, you know, they're 30 some years old. You have to question what they know and what they've learned. A lot of these guys haven't learned anything that can sustain a marriage or a serious relationship because there's always something in the closet that comes out and it breaks everything down, like what happened here.
Mhm.
And then you look at what he said, right? He knew this was going on. Exactly. So all of this about um all this BS after the fact to me is just BS. Now here's the thing. A woman is going to torture herself because guys like this, I talked about guys like this before. Guys like this are hard for women to break away from. I call them built kids. He's got the body, he's got the muscles, he's got the look, he's clean cut, he's tall. You understand? He's educated, says all of the right things, but he's immature. He's immature, and he's psychologically and emotionally abusive. He's not physically abusive, but he's psychologically and emotionally abusive because he's childish. And these are the hardest dudes for women to break away from. These kinds of dudes right here usually turn women into man haters because this is supposed to be the end all be all. He's supposed to be the one that they finally got to. They went through a whole bunch of bad men, terrible men, endured all of that shit, and then finally stumbled on this dude. This is supposed to be the one that they finally found. Finally found. The good one. The good one that's rare. The good one that other women are trying to get, the ones that they say are married. She found one that was single. And then when he turned around and do it like this, because she believed that when she found him, she ended up hating men. Because she believed that there's no more options. She believed that he was it. So there were no more options after him as far as she's concerned. He is the good guy. He is the gentleman. He is the one that's going to treat you right, sweep you off your feet. And now you found out that he ain't nothing but an immature bum too. And then that's usually the straw that breaks the camel's back. And the woman ends up hating men. Go ahead, Dane.
Mhm. Yeah. Every now and then when I see her sitting there next to him as he's saying these things, I see an emptiness. Sometimes I see a withdrawn. I see the ghost that she possibly was. You know, the questioning. No, she ain't even questioning. She's kind of empty herself out. She emptied herself out to be able to tolerate this without attacking him, choking the life of him. Or he's the father of my children. If he's the good one and he could do this,
I don't.
I might as well just stay with him. Because
Yeah.
it took me this long to find this one.
Well, you
And
know,
this is what I got.
another thing that really bothers me about this, it shows that men have absolutely no respect for children.
Mm-hmm.
No respect. I mean, your woman just had a beautiful child for you, and you turn around and you do this. You don't even have any respect for your child. You don't even care about your child. You do this to your child's mother. This is I'm telling you, I got so many. This is why I want to see. This is not our style. We usually don't jump on what's going on in the mainstream media. We're really into our own shit, right? But every now and then something to catch our attention, and we'll talk about it. I had to say something about this because, again, I don't like the way this looked. I don't like all of the bad implications coming from this. It makes black men look incredibly bad. It makes guys like me who spend every day working hard, doing the right thing, doing right by my wife, doing right by my friends, doing right by the people in my life, not being a shelter, not being a bump, makes me look bad too. I get drawn. It draws guys like me into this. Because he is supposed to be like me. He's supposed to be the gentleman. He's supposed to be the nice guy. He's supposed to be the guy that's not going to do all of these things. And he's doing them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So that takes away everything from us. That takes everything from us.
Mm-hmm.
Because now the black woman don't know who to believe, who to trust, and believes that the bad guy, the good guy, the nice guy is just as bad as the bad guy. Go ahead, Dane.
Okay. Oh, he's much worse. Because he kind of coded himself uh and surrounded himself as being a good guy. He was less honest than the man. It's hard to say it. Than the so-called bad guy. The bad guy, he's more honest about it. He's like in your face about it. But it goes back to what I said before. The good guy and the bad guy looks the same in the beginning until they start showing their colors. So we was under the
See,
impression.
I got a problem.
Mm-hmm.
I got a problem with what you just said.
I know. I'm
See,
sorry.
I got a big problem with that. See, no, but this is what I'm talking about, man. See, you can't even tell the difference between the two. There should be a clear difference between the two. Okay, you should be able to see a clear difference. If a woman is looking and she can't see a difference at all between this guy and that guy, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what bothers me about this type of shit. Because of motherfuckers like this, black women think we all messed up. Think we're all screwed up. Think we all can't be faithful. Think that we all have no loyalty. Think that we all have no respect for our children. Simply because of what this guy represented. Now, if he represented if he represented a screwed up dude, right, like a manosphere dude or a sissy bam, wouldn't give a f. But he represents something that can hurt the rest of us. He represented the good guy. He represented the nice guy, the gentleman, the guy that's supposed to be doing things right, the guy that gives a damn, the guy that's a good father, the guy that's a good husband. That's who he represented. And then he turns around and he does shit like this. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah. So sometimes it makes you think, oh, maybe I should go with the bad guy. He's right up front in my face. I'm going to cheat on you. I'm going to sleep with as many women as I want to. You can like it or lump it. You can take it or leave it. Sometimes that seems appealing. Okay, I
Look,
know what I'm
I
doing
don't
for.
understand. Listen, I don't understand what's so hard.
Mhm.
If you want to go out here and just sleep with women, don't get married.
Exactly.
Don't be in a relationship. This someone look. I'm just sleeping around right now. I'm not looking for no relationship.
Exactly.
How hard is that to say to a woman? Look, I'm just sleeping around right now. I'm just being a dog. I'm swinging my pecker all over the place right now. I'm not interested in a relationship. I just want to hump. I'm just out
Yeah.
humping. I'm going through my.
Ooh, Max, you dropped down low. But you drop down low, Max. Exactly. But these type of dudes are coward. They want to have both. They want the cake, the pies, the cookies. They want it all. They so if they got cake and they see, ooh, I want some of that pie there. Okay, I hate to use a food analogy because hey, we want to eat all of it. But instead of breaking up with the woman and said, "Look, I'm sorry. See somebody else I'm interested in. Before I step to the next one, I'm breaking it off with you." Okay, they don't like it, but hey, you honest, you've been there. Step up. But no, they don't want to say, "Hey, I'm not trying to have a relationship. Just trying to do my thing, have some fun. You about having a little sexual fun? That's cool. We can kick it." No, because the woman has the option to say no. So no, he gonna lie. Basically, he stole her right to choose from her. When they don't be honest and stuff like that. Okay, I got a wife. Want to sleep with you, honey? As a woman, I want to sleep with. Well, that's not gonna work anyhow. That's asking for trouble. But hey, you should have made that decision a long time ago. Once you say, "I want to marry you," will you marry me? All these other women should have went away. hmm That's the messed up part about it. You made commitments. You made promises. You are not a man of your word. You cannot keep a promise. You cannot keep a contract. You're a liar. You're a thief. And you're not a man of your word. When you get married, you're saying you're it. You're the only one. There will be no others. And that's it. If you see some others, you better keep on stepping. Because you made a commitment. You're keeping your word. You're not stealing, you freaking thief. Ugh. Okay, Matt's not here to reel me in. I'm in a rant. Okay, yeah. So yes, I do know black men who commit. I do know black men who with the one woman for their life and they happy for it. I also know some black men who I'm never getting married. I don't believe I can commit to one woman. As long as you fine with us never getting married, we cool. We can, have fun together, have a little relationship, but we ain't getting married. I ain't gonna promise you that there's never gonna be another woman. But I can promise you, as long as I'm with you, I'm with you. But if I see somebody else I want to move along with, I'm gonna break it off and I'm gonna go to you. bravery, honesty. I'm not promising you marriage. That's I'm not looking to get married. I know I don't want to get married. I do not trust. I cannot promise to commit to a woman for the rest of my or her life. I know men like that. I also know
Yeah,
men.
but if that's how you feel,
Mhm.
then you shouldn't get married.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know,
If you feel that way, then you shouldn't get married.
fellas, we gotta stop doing this to our women, man. This looks really bad. There's nothing cool about this. There's nothing manly about this kind of behavior, man. Y'all gotta cut this out. I mean, this is messed up, man. This is not. Yo, I don't have no respect for this kind of behavior. This is not respectable behavior. This is some crazy. This is some dog type shit. You
Hmm.
don't do that to a woman, man. I mean, what is wrong with these guys? Like I said, this one hurts because this was one of the quote unquote nice guys, the guys who were supposed to be doing it right, guys who were supposed to be representing men like myself, good guys, nice guy. I'm a nice guy too. I don't act like that. I don't cheat. I have self control. But he makes even guys like me look bad. We get drawn into this crap too because of what he's supposed to represent. He's supposed to be a representation of us, guys like myself, who are out here doing it the right way. Making us look bad. He's hurting us. Go ahead, Dane.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. It does make it hard. Okay, the only thing I can tell you is you're going to you're gonna have to go out and do what is called a leap of faith. You're gonna have to observe and get to know the man. And we're not talking about for a month, 3 months. We're talking about for a time. So you can see him all year round, how he is, different situations that come up, how he acts, how he reacts to it, how he handles it. And then it's going to come down to a leap of faith. Do you love this person enough to take a chance on them? That's the only thing I can tell you. You will you there's a chance you come out lucky because there are good men, good faithful men. There's a chance you might not be lucky, but we want guarantees. Then don't ever get married. Don't ever trust a man. Well, I ain't saying that. Don't ever get married. Don't get involved. Don't So it comes down to you. Okay, so a bunch of these women were cheated on, and they forgave their man, and they're never leaving them. I don't quite understand it. I've seen it with my grandmother, but did you think it was easier on him? No, their relationship was volatile in the fact of argument. He never hit her. Uh, Um, as far as I could tell, she never hit him, but she scream and holler, and she demand where he's going, what he's doing. And I know you going to that woman. Well, she never used curse words, so that ain't. She said that woman. That's all. And when I say you shame your woman in front of your kids and her family, we knew about the women. We so she was ashamed that she knew that we knew. She was ashamed in front of her family. Her family knew that her husband was cheating on her. And she knew they knew. were friends, knew her husband was cheating on her, and she knew they knew, and they knew she knew that they knew. You know how hard it is to try to explain to your friends why you still with this man when he treats you like that, when he cheats on you, have children with. Okay, I'm going into a whole nother story. But in her case, has children with women outside of her. You know, and from what I understood in the beginning, she never took it out on them. But over time, that constant. Okay, so he said he's not going to do this again. He learned his lesson, but it's burned into her mind right now because you took her to your bed. If I was smart, if I was smart, if I was smart, if I was him, you better throw out that bed. I better not still have that bed in that house. Burn the mattresses, throw away the bed frames, go bed shopping, get a whole nother bed. It's gonna be a little tense, but hey, you're supposed to be starting over. Start over with a whole new bed. That bed
Yeah,
is
well,
still
one
in
thing.
there.
Well, I don't even look at it that way. I mean, the bed to me
Mhm.
is way beyond that.
Oh yeah, I know that.
You
But
know,
she,
because I mean, the fact that you would turn against your family by bringing a foreigner into a place where you share intimate time with your family. That's a traitor, man. That's treasonous. And forget about the bed. I mean, that's treasonous, man. That's. I don't. You have no respect for your family, your own children. That's where I'm at with it. I mean, the bed is the fact that you just don't have no respect for your children, your family. You don't care about them. You don't care about their well-being. What if this woman was a lunatic? What if this person is a lunatic?
hmm
Now they know a lot of things about you because they done got into your most personal space where your family spends intimate time with you, the inner of inner sanctuaries, the way you protect your family, the way they have access to you freely, the most protected place in the home. You bring a foreigner in there, man. That's treasonous. God dang.
yeah. I don't quite get it, but from what I understand, either the women love them so much that they forgive them and use it as a way to make sure they strengthen their relationship. Some of them, um, they love him and they can't see themselves with another woman. I mean, with another man. Some of them, I'm going to keep him. I put all this work into him. We have a family. I'm not going to let this get in between us. Some women, they end up bitter, especially if he does not change and she keeps finding evidence that he's still doing the same thing. Some women are in the traditional, um, they meant it. I marry you till death do us part. So we're gonna be together till we die. Mm-hmm. Or uh I'm not gonna make it that easy for him. I'm not just there's that woman. I'm not making it that easy for him. I'm not giving him an out. No, he made a commitment to me. He's gonna stick to it. Hey, there are. Let's see. So I don't. So I don't claim to know the inner workings of the mind of the women that say I forgive him and we're moving on. I just seen these type of women, this is what they say, this is why, or I know he ain't perfect, but I'm not gonna throw away what they say, the 90 for the 10%. Some cliche thing. Hmm. Yeah. Or I believe he really meant it. So I'm going to uh, work on to make our marriage better. Mhm. Yeah. So I know a bunch of us have friends and family members that are like some of the women I described. So we all got to make our own decisions. It's stuff that we can live with. If they can live with that and they use it to have him correct himself and believe that he is not going to do such a thing again, then they probably can make it better. Hmm. But let's see. But yeah, because there's some women who of the mindset of all men cheat, and as long as you are aware of this and accept that that's what's going to happen, you won't be hurt by it. In other words, you come in there with your shields up already because you're already accepting that, hey, he's going to cheat on me. As long as he's providing, taking care of me and the family, and he's not bringing any outside kids. I've heard that. I heard that one too. Very older generation. Um, and and he's not gambling, drinking, abusing me. It depends on what they consider love. There's uh, um what's considered important. There's some women that differentiate between physical adultery and emotional adultery. I met a woman and said, "Oh, he's just screwing with them. As long as he ain't in love with them, I can deal with that." I've actually overheard one like that. I was like, "Is she for real?" Yeah, they're okay with their man occasionally cheating as long as they're not flaunting it in their face and anybody know about it. But the moment they start feeling like they in love with the woman, oh, all heck is gonna break loose. Yeah, all kind of heck is gonna break loose. Mainly because she put up with it, thinking that okay, I'm differentiate because they believe since the man differentiates between sex, that's just a bodily function, and making love. I make love to you. I just had sex with her. Right? They believe that, and they separate the two. Uh huh. And as long as nobody knows, it's not being flaunted in my face. In other words, bringing her into my house, my bed. Okay. No, I'm responding to women I know over the years. I haven't had that happen to me, but I've seen the results of it. When hold on a second, y'all. All right, so yeah, I've seen the results of. When I say situation like that, is could make women homicidal. I've actually lived just down the street to a situation that could have been homicidal. The Negro waited till she went to work, snuck his side chick in. Yes, the side chick knew about the wife. I don't know what made her do something stupid like that. The job, they weren't making any money. They said, well, just go, you can go ahead and go home early. She gets home early, walked through the door. Lo and behold, her man buck naked, humping this woman in her bed. All I know is all of a sudden we heard gunshot. Boom, boom. What the hell was that? And then all of a sudden we hear the knocking, knocking, knocking. Our dog, luckily, was in the house barking. And help, help, let me in, let me in. We don't open no door to no strange man. Me and my mom, while there's bullets flying. We don't know what the situation is. My mom is peeping. I didn't know at the time until later, a few minutes later, he was butt naked. Okay. He's lucky our dog was in the house. He wouldn't have came unscathed. Okay, police got called. Police all down the block got called. Hey, gunfire, small country town. In the city limits, that bro's no good. Okay. So it turned out he went running down the street. Wait, yeah. He went running down the street. Okay, so the police come. The report, it says, that's when I found out. My mom said there was a naked man banging on the back door, and just before that, we heard 2 gunshots. Okay, so they followed the line because a whole bunch of neighbors started calling. Turned out our neighbor next door, they heard the sound even closer. They saw him jump out the window of the house that was next door to him, to us, to him, to them, jump over a fence, then jump over our hurricane fence. And they were looking because they knew we had our dog, but they didn't hear the dog. Well, our dog is sneaky. He don't bark. They were just waiting to see the show to see if another burglar is going to get tore up by a dog. And and call the police. Well, when that didn't happen, they figured the dog was at the vet or in our house, which was correct. Okay, so the police come. Police, small town, people know people. So he recognized the house as his cousin. And another officer got called because they got a report of a naked man running down the street. That's a whole nother officer. Anyway, he goes in to see if his cousin's okay. He walks in there and he told us, small town, people in each other's business. After the fact, told us what happened. It was like he found his cousin sitting in a chair in the bedroom, gun in her hand, smoking a cigarette. The woman was shaking in the bed, naked, afraid to move. His cousin's a mild-mannered woman, sweetest person, very nice. Don't curse. She's a lady. She's a good church-going girl, ladylike. Until that situation, I didn't know she knew any curse words, but very sweet, very. And he's like, "Cuz, you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. What's the deal with the gun? Gun? Oh, I didn't even know I had the gun." He said, "Okay, can I take it?" Oh yeah. I really rather you take it. Hold on a second, y'all. Okay, y'all remember the thin line between love and hate? Well, but she was so upset she blocked it out, which probably saved her from doing something truly crazy. Okay, so got the gun, got her out the house, and he got the naked woman out, and and calling another police officer because okay, so this was the thing. The police officer called said he just picked up, a guy who's running around naked. And he said, down such and such street? Yeah. I said, I think he's connected to my incident over here on this street. One of the streets that changed name. So come over. He's still naked. Okay. And it's like, is this the dude? I said, think so. But my dog would know better. Our dog was trying to get at the man because, hey, he invaded his territory and was going to eat him up. He's screaming and howling, no, 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 don't let the dog get me. Well, he's mad because this man cheated on his cousin. He don't know if she had a psychological breakdown, but she didn't realize she had a gun in her hand. Oh yeah, so okay, all right, back to what I was saying. So he's upset. His mild mannered cousin, who, as far as we knew, didn't know how to handle a gun. We didn't know she knew how to. She didn't. I didn't think she knew what a gun was. Didn't know she knew how to handle a gun. And she, whatever she saw, had her so upset she didn't realize she had a gun. He said, "You shot at your husband." I did. I wonder why. When there's right in front of her evidence of a naked woman in her bed. But for some reason, for that moment, which probably saved that woman's life, she did not see her. And she just sat down and smoked a cigarette. That woman shaking like a leaf. Yeah, so, okay. So he was ready to let our dog get him. With him being naked, all his bits and pieces were out. I still didn't get a chance to see that, but hey, I was a kid. My mom wasn't going to let me see that. She made me go in the house and take the dog with me. Okay, so they go. So he had another officer come and get that woman out of his cousin's house while he take his cousin with him in his car to go do a report and see if they can get somebody to talk to her, see if she's okay mentally. Because that's an obvious breakdown as far as he was concerned. Any other one been screaming, hollering, try to beat the woman, pistol whip her. Hey, since she can't go nowhere. All right. Okay, so she snaps out of it. It comes back to her. She may have blocked it out for that moment. But the next day, she was in full faculty. She was hot. She was P.O. She was saying curse words I didn't know she knew. As I said, mild, sweet woman, mild nature, never ladylike. I didn't think she knew curse words. Okay. So we see the big steel drum barrel. People like burning their trash, usually leaves, a few branches. You're limited to what you can do in in the town itself, but you can burn a few things. So okay, I say, hey, it looked like she's burning some stuff. Yeah, she's burning sheets. She's burning towels. She's okay. So she's burning sheets, towels. Next thing you know, we see the pillow. Okay, that's not too bad. Of course, you're gonna burn the sheets. That woman was all in her house. Probably the towels that got used by them. Who knows what else? Okay, we see her all of a sudden. Let's say, wait a minute. Did she just take a box of dishes out? She still has some of her wedding dishes. Wedding gifts. That stuff you do for special occasions. Toss that in there. Then, and then as we get into the corner, we see her pulling out the mattress. Wait a minute. Is she trying to burn them? Now everybody in the neighborhood are watching. Okay, now the whole neighborhood knows what happened because word get around, and it's a small town. Nobody can keep a secret. Once you tell somebody else besides the person, it's out. Okay, so it's like, so I went down. It's like we stopped recording. Is she burning them? I said she been burning stuff since we woke up this morning. So, this is later in the morning. It's like close to lunchtime. It's like, no, she's not. That ain't going to fit in that drum. The men will say, no, she probably going to put that to the road. Because there's no way she can burn that in that drum. That drum is too small. Yeah, she realized that. What she did was kick the mattress down, knock the drum over it, fire lit up, and threw some more, charcoal fluid for, barbecue pits. And the flame shot up. Now, this is under a small tree. That tree could have got lit. Luckily, it did not. And so all the women are together said, we need to go talk to her. I'm not going to talk to her. She's mad. So my mom went to go talk to her. Said, well, if push comes to shove, she tried to fight me. I know I can whip her behind, and stuff like that. I said, but
Yeah, I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, ladies, look, I don't know why. Well, I can't speak for women, but this is a relationship that she shouldn't stay in. I don't give a damn about him apologizing and coming clean and all this other stuff. This man simply doesn't love this woman, nor does he love the children that came out of this woman. And she shouldn't be in a marriage with this dude. Ladies, when the guys do stuff like that, they don't love you. Especially when they do these things and you're pregnant. That means they have no respect for your pregnancy. They have no respect for the child. They have no respect for you. They have no regard for you. They don't love you. Forget about the apology. You can apologize with blue in the face. He's already shown you what he feels about you. He doesn't love you. Don't stay there trying to make somebody who doesn't love you. It's not going to happen. What's going to happen is more of the same because he doesn't love you. That's not something that a man who loves a woman does. He doesn't do that. A man who really loves his woman would never do anything like that. When men do these things, they don't care about you. He don't care about his children either. Nor does he have any respect for the home that y'all made together. Don't care about that either. Don't stay with a guy like that. He don't love you. I don't care if he's 6'5", got muscles. So what? He doesn't love you. At the end of the day, he doesn't love you. And he's going to continue to do the same thing because he don't love you. And don't stay around trying to make somebody like that love you. Don't think that you got the upper hand because he's in the wrong and you can make him go out. No. Get what you can get and get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stay around. Don't try to make somebody love you that obviously doesn't love you. You want somebody that naturally loves you. There's plenty of men out there that will love you unconditionally, that will love you naturally for who you are, and will have great respect for you and your children. There are plenty of men out there like that. Don't stay with some dude who he demonstrated he has absolutely no love for you. Okay, and even in the picture, the video, you guys didn't see it. I think we put the link in the chat. Even in the video where he was supposed to be so-called coming clean, you can see the demeanor and the look on his face. He didn't give a half. He wasn't broken up about nothing. He wasn't remorseful. But he doesn't care. Doesn't care. Don't be with a guy like that. If a guy goes out and does that to you, he's telling you straight, he don't love you. Take that cue and get out of there. Don't wait around playing that soap opera game. Oh, I love you and I forgive you. Man, forget about all that. Get out of there. Find you someone that will love you naturally, that won't have no problem giving you all the love that you need. And there's plenty of men out there like that. Unfortunately, there's plenty of these type of men out there too. You know, that's the bad part about certain situations. It'd be so easy if we could just pick out a place where all of the good guys are. You guys can go there, and that'll be the end of it. But unfortunately, it's not like that. Yeah, Dane.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward a little bit. I was going to go more into it, but fast forward, they divorced. Okay, so you're thinking, okay, she became bitter, she became angry, she believed all men were cheater. No, she was angry, and it took her a while to get over this type of betrayal, but eventually she met, not very
Hey, what are
long.
you doing?
She met what?
Hey, what are you doing?
What? I
What
was telling
story are
her.
you on?
I was talking about the story of a neighbor who shot her
All right.
gun when her
Okay, we
husband.
want to stay on topic. Okay?
Okay, I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to that. Let me finish. I promise. I promise. It's not. It's what you think. She found a good man, a man who loved her, man never cheated on her, respect her, and they had a good life until he passed away a few years ago. But she didn't let what happened with her first husband taint her chance with her second husband.
But
He
that can easily
pursued her.
happen, though.
Hmm.
That can easily happen, though. This is what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Guys like this turn good women bad because this guy is the crescendo of black men. You know that whole thing that nice guys finish last? Well, it's not that they finish last. They are the last before the black woman gives up or turns into a man-hating feminist. This is supposed to be the crescendo. He's supposed to be the cream of crop of black men. This is a nice and fit. He's in shape. He's tall. He's dark. He's educated. Nice guy, gentleman, good manners, well mannered. Sounds like he's got a heart. He's got compassion. Cares about women. He's like an avenger for women. Not like the Black Knight, not like me, but somewhat of an avenger for women. He's the crescendo. And so when the crescendo becomes the crescendo, as infinito, there is nowhere else for the black woman to turn. At least she believes that there's nowhere else to turn because he was supposed to be the end of the line. He was supposed to be the good guy. After she done went through all of these bad dudes, she finally found what she thought was the cream of the crop. She finally found what she felt it was worth going through all of them bad men for. And then he turned around and do it like this. That's how women end up getting turned bad, guys. That's how they end up hating men. People like this who burn their trust and treat them with nothing but disgusting and hideous disrespect. To bring a foreign woman into your home and into the bed where you share with your wife and your children is disgusting and hideous disrespect. That is disloyal. That is treasonous. You are a traitor to your family. You a turncoat to your family. You don't stay with a man like that, ladies. You pack your bags and you let the lawyers sort out the rest. You get up out of there. That man does not love you, and he's not going to love you. No matter what you do, you can forgive him 50 billion times. They're going to do the same thing or worse. And it may even escalate into a physical confrontation because after a while, he's going to figure that you're holding him back. So don't even do it to yourselves. God treats you like that. It's time to go. It's time to go. You can forgive, but there's nothing saying that you have to stay. Forgive and leave. Do not forgive and stay. Forgive and leave. Go ahead, Dan.
Oh, one of the ladies asks, I want to ask you, Max, what drives a man to bring the woman to his home, to his wife's bed?
Immaturity. He wants his cake and eats it. He wants his cake and eat it too. He's like a boy in the neighborhood, right? Who's popular. Okay? And he thinks that he can get all of the girls on the block. It's immaturity. He wants to be able to do what he wants to do without having to acquiesce to his wife. He wants to be able to step out there. And another thing, he's not ready to commit, or he can't handle commitment. Men like this can't handle commitment. He's still into himself. He's still about his image. He wants to go out there and become a prize for women. And what drives guys like this is immaturity. This is not something that a grown, responsible man does. This is a very immature male that does not have any self-control, who obviously been taught the wrong things and think that it's okay for a man to go traipsing around all over the place, swinging it every which way but loose, and not giving a damn about the woman that had his child.
Mm-hmm.
So what drives these men is immaturity and selfishness. Immaturity and selfishness. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, yeah. All right. Now, as for where the good guy was, he was there. But by the time he met her, she was married. So he stepped away because he respect marriage, and he went to stack his paper and buy land. You know, but once he realized she was free, the divorce was final. Her marriage was over with. He pursued her. He pursued her slowly. He let her get her anger out because he knew that she was gonna be angry and she was gonna be mourning, and she's gonna be doubting herself. And he just took his time pursuing. In the meantime, stacked his paper, brought his land, designed the house he's gonna build, made plans for what he was going to do. And next thing you know, they were good friends. She was saying, "Oh, he's my friend," but everybody else knew that he was pursuing her, that he was courting her. He was taking his time. When his friends was like, "Why are you putting up with her anger? Why are you putting up with her bitterness?" Because for a little temporary time, she was bitter. Hold on a second, y'all. So yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, he said she was worth all that and stuff like that. And he wished he could have got to her sooner so she could have never felt that way. But in the meantime, as far as he was concerned, she was worth pursuing. hmm But he still went on with his plans. You know, I'm not clear what he does because he did a lot of stuff. He's one of them guys that whatever industry it is, he has some experience in. He's not okay. He worked with construction. He worked with oil refineries. He worked offshore for a while. Let me see. Let me see. I think he was an electrician. I can't remember it all. But he pursued her. And as I say, he said she was worth it. So his friends didn't understand why he was putting up with that. I wouldn't put up with that. I didn't do that to her. I was like, well, then she ain't the woman for you. The woman that's for you, you do whatever you gotta do to get her. So if I gotta put up with her anger for a while or her having nothing to do with me for a while, hey, I'm gonna do it. And hey, he got her. He won her. He got her from angry at all men. All you men are no good to bitter. He got her to friendship. Oh, we just friends. We just go hang out every now and then. Or, we go dancing every now and then. As far as she was concerned, he was just her friend. But he knew that's my wife. He didn't get up. She was worth the courting. She was worth the wait. Did he see other women on the side? Nope. Nah. Or at least they never saw any evidence of it. They said, "Well, I ain't seen no evidence of with him," and stuff like that. He's either working, saving his money, buying land, looking at land, or he's with you. He don't even go hang with his friends. His friend, they used to go out look for women and stuff like that. No, no, none of that. In
Okay,
fact,
Dave, we don't want to get way out there now.
okay. Oh, okay. I was just waiting for you to come back.
Yeah.
All right. So look around you, ladies.
See, but you see, my whole problem with this too
Uh,
is that they push this whole media narrative that black men can't be faithful,
mhm.
that it's in our nature to cheat. And nothing could be further from the truth. I know that may sound crazy, ladies, but black men are some of the most faithful men on this planet. I'm not talking about these sissy bims and these man-of-fears dudes and all that stuff. I'm talking about good black men. Good black men are extremely faithful. You know, we're not this no good so and so that they're making us out to be. And with guys like this is a hard one to maneuver around because they hit us where it hurts with this guy. Because he's supposed to be the poster boy for who us real dudes are.
Mm-hmm.
He's supposed to be a representation of the good black man. And he's nothing but a charlatan. And he's a womanizer. And he's psychologically and emotionally abusive. He's abusing that woman psychologically and emotionally, which is some of the worst kind of abuse a woman can endure. Because it leaves scars, things that is hard for them to get over. Guys like this are dangerous, and it's hard for women to break away from these types of guys. You know, these are the guys that create man-hating feminists. You know, so we're not, despite what you see here, and I know what it looks like, we're not like that. And I know we got the manosphere out here, the sissy bims, and all these other weirdos, but we're not like that. There are good black men out here, and that is not what we are like. Go ahead, Dan.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So don't make this guy the representation of good black men. He just showed what I said. Over time, they're gonna show who they are, and he just showed that he is not of the category of the
See,
good
that's
black
one thing I don't never see. That's one thing I don't never worry about.
man.
I don't never worry about coming in here and have to put on some show or song and dance because I told you guys I misrepresented myself on me. I came out here trying to be somebody I'm not. I came out here putting on an image that's not me. See, I didn't do all that. This is who I am. I'm like this naturally. I don't have to worry about changing. I ain't got to worry about the other shoe to drop. I ain't got to come on here and be like, man, what lie did I tell yesterday? What lie did I tell last show? I ain't got to do none of that. This is Max. What you hear is what you get. This is who I am. I didn't come out here and misrepresent myself, so I ain't never got to worry about nothing like that. I'm going to always be the guy you hear right now. And, I'm not putting on no show. I'm not being fraudulent. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just being Max. Just being me. Some people like it, some people don't. But at least I'm me. I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I said sometimes it's gonna take time. They're gonna show who they are. The good men, they're gonna stay the same. They're gonna be what they always were. The ones that's faking it, they can't fake that forever. It's gonna show up.
Yeah, and like I said, this one hurts because, he makes guys like myself and other brothers who are doing the right thing, he makes us look bad. This is a hard one to take because he is supposed to have been the representation of the good guy, the good black man that they say aren't out there. That's why this one is hard. This one is hard to take. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Frankly, I'm kind of tired of him and stuff like that. Over the years, I've well seen people go against him, be with him, side with him, defend him, attack, go after him, and stuff like that.
Well, I'm
I was
not
like,
defending him. I don't have any sympathy for him. He gets what he deserved. I'm really upset at the fact that he brought that woman into their home like that.
oh yes, most definitely.
That's a blatant. That's blatant.
Mhm.
I mean, you don't even care about your children. Your children jump in that bed from time to time to be with their parents. I've done it when I was a kid. Remember when you was a kid, you jumped in your parents' bed? I think we've
Mhm.
all done it at some point.
Mhm.
You know, and you
Yeah.
bring a foreign woman, and the foreign not as in she's Chinese or whatever. Foreign as in she's not your wife.
Mhm. Sleeping with the enemy.
Right, that's what I mean by foreign. Foreign as in not your wife. You bring some foreign woman into the sanctum where you lay your head with your wife. That's treachery. Go ahead, Dane.
Yeah. You don't know what this woman is. Not to mention, you lied to this woman. What if she had went psycho and decide, oh, if I'm gonna get him, I gotta
What
get
if
rid
she
of the
was carrying?
competition.
What if she was carrying bed bugs with her?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't know, yo, man. That's just brothers. We got to do better than this. We gotta start showing our women that there's some real brothers out here, some real men out here. This is not who we are. This is not what we are supposed to be. It's not a badge of honor to go out there and cheat on as many women as you possibly can, or to go out there and have sex with as many women as you possibly can. Like this is some kind of marathon or some kind of race. So you can sit back and write stories about your conquest and mislead other young black men. Teach them to do the same thing. Teach them to womanize. Teach them to go out here and be unfaithful. You see, that's another that's another consequence from stuff like this, right? You got the younger generation. They're looking up to this guy like, man, Mr. Jackson, he's got the ladies going and he's not a pimp. Well, is he that much? Is he that far off from a pimp? Seriously, look at the behaviors, right? And my problem is, he teaches other young brothers, teach younger brothers to be like this. This whole pimp culture is dangerous for our young boys. It is an extreme enemy to black women. Because they're going to teach our young boys to do the same thing. Go out there and sleep with any woman you want. Forget about respecting a woman. She's a hoe. She's a strag. She don't deserve any respect. Go out there and swing your pecker every which way but loose. You a man. A man is measured by how many vaginas he done stuck himself into. Which is that, and that doesn't measure a man. That is not what a man is about. Man is about a lot more than that. That's another problem I got with it. Like I said, this is really bad, man. Like I said, we don't usually do this. We're kind of out of character tonight because we really don't ambulance chase. We don't follow the mainstream media. And every time something juicy happens, we jump on it like we chasing the ambulances. That's not what we do. We're not ambulance chasers. But every now and then something catches our attention, like I said before. And we got to say something about it. Like I had to say something about this because it just got too many bad things attached to it. And it hurts black men. It hurts black men overall. Go ahead, Dane.
Hmm. Okay. Someone said that Umar Johnson said a woman cannot expect an alpha male to be with one woman. Alphas don't do that, but men need to be honest with the woman though. Okay. All right. All this alpha male crap. First of
Well, you
all,
have to be careful about the term alpha. When you want to go back to alpha, you go all the way back to the Greek days in the island of Lesbos. See, the alpha male was the strong and dominant male in a homosexual relationship. The beta male is what is called the bottom male. So the alpha and the beta the alpha was the leader and the beta was the follower. So basically, the alpha was the male and the beta was the female. The alpha was the top and the beta was the bottom. So you got to be careful about calling yourself an alpha male. Oh, an alpha male is a dominant male, all right. He's a strong male, but he's a strong and dominant male in a homosexual relationship. Now, when you talk about alpha, you're really usually referring to animals. That's really not a term that's for men. You know, you got alpha wolves, alpha dogs, alpha gorillas. You know what I'm saying? You know, you really don't want to alpha when it comes alpha. Then you're talking about the people who were known for loving boys, you know? The Greeks used to be called the lovers of boys. And alpha and beta definitely comes out of that Greek thing and the whole island of Lesbos thing. So you can look it up. Look up the Greeks and alpha and the island of Lesbos and how they viewed an alpha male and the beta male. It's all out there. You can look this stuff up. So I'll be careful about calling myself an alpha. Good day.
okay. Yeah, and a lot of these so-called alpha animals in the animal kingdom, they may be part of a pack, but they mate with one female in the pack. Not every female in the pack. The main ones they like to quote, like the wolves. No, they don't sleep with every female. They sleep with the alpha female. And a lot of that pack thing, that's either their siblings or their children. Duh. I'm getting sick of that. You gonna be quoting something using the animal kingdom for an example? Study it. Dang it. I know the ones y'all really like. Y'all like the lions with all the
Yeah, and you
females.
know what? And another thing too, right? Y'all seen the movie 300, right? Huh?
Uh-huh.
Those of you who've seen 300, you didn't think it was something strange about 300 men all going their own way? Well, not going their own way, going to a war. Well, the true story behind that is much different than what you saw.
Mm.
See, that had to do with homosexuality too. See, they changed the story. So let me tell
What?
you something about homo. Let me tell you something about homos. Back in the ancient times, homos used to be able to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had armies and whatnot. Oh yeah, they can get that. They used to be able to handle up. They wasn't always fairies like you see now. They could seriously handle up back in the day. You know, so a lot of them were warriors, believe it or not.
Yeah.
All right, so when you look at that 300, you might want to think about that. one of these days I'll bring in the real story. It's really not my thing, but if y'all want to really get the real story, I'll bring the real story in one day. You'd be surprised what that really represented.
Mm.
That's why you got to be careful about being called in. What the?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Not to mention, a lot of the Greek and Roman history. You might notice that the warriors had these young boys that was under them, and they always talk about how beautiful they were. They didn't say they were handsome. They said beautiful. You might want to think about what they really mean and what it means to be working under a warrior.
Yeah, no shit.
In fact, I think one of the terms was these boys were the body men. That means they took care of these water body in every way
All
that
right,
the
let's not.
warrior needed.
All right, okay. Let's not get way off track.
Yeah, okay,
Okay, let's
back
get
to the
back into.
topic.
Yeah, we'll do another show about stuff like that. But
Hmm.
be careful about being called. Be worried about that alpha male title. Yeah, dang.
Okay,
What they
so
saying in the chat?
I'm scared to know the truth about the real 300. They would
Oh
fight
yeah,
harder if they would fight hardest if their lovers were there to fight for.
exactly, exactly, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, it said Max is not wrong. Homosexuality has existed for a long time. The movie Alexander with Colin Farrell shows some homosexual scenes.
Hey, yeah, he was a big time homo.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was a big time. So was Achilles. He was a homo too. They changed the story around and made his lover his cousin. That
Hmm.
whole fight, that whole scene he had with Hector, right? That was because Hector killed his lover, not because he killed his cousin.
Hmm.
Hector killed his boyfriend. So
Hmm.
he actually chased Hector. It wasn't a fight like they showed in Troy. If you go back and you look at the story and pull it up, he actually chased Hector all around the kingdom.
Hmm.
Okay? It wasn't this brave dude that came down and they went at it like that. No, he chased them all over the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah. Not to mention, they would sometimes deliberately choose men that were for that inclination to be the warriors.
And
So
Brad Pitt, I
they.
think Brad Pitt, right? Brad
Mhm,
Pitt didn't want to portray a homo, so
mhm.
he had them change the script. Like, look, man, I'm not doing that, man. You gonna have to change this shit up. Brad Pitt said, man, I'm not doing none of that, man.
So the
So
girl was his beard.
who?
The girl in the movie, she was the beard. Remember, he rescued a priestess from the other soldiers
I don't even know where she came. I'm not even sure where she came from.
from one of the temples.
No, I'm talking about in the. Talking about Bruceus.
Whatever
Her
her
name was
name was.
Bruceus.
She's supposed to have been Hector's cousin.
I
You remember when they were begging for the body because he was dragging the body all over the
Yeah, but that's
place?
the movie. Yeah, but that's the movie. The movie changed some things around. The real
Oh,
story
okay.
is a little bit different. Yeah, that's a movie.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So now that we went into movies again and how
Nah, nah,
movies are
nah. Let's
not
not go all of that. Let's
okay.
stay on topic.
Okay, back to the topic. Okay,
Actually, anybody if they want to come up or anything, because we're getting ready to shut it down here in a little bit.
okay.
You know,
Does
you can
anybody
throw the
want
link
to
out.
come
Throw
up?
the link out. Throw the link out.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we're getting ready to shut it down a little bit. So if y'all want to come up and kick it with us for a minute or two.
Oh, okay. So, as I was saying, oh, okay. Here comes Bro Speak. All right, Bro Speak. Good to see you again.
Hey, what's going on?
Uh, apparently Derek Jackson's infidelity.
Oh yeah, I was on a panel about that yesterday, man. It's it's sad, but it just goes to show two things. One, if people desire somebody, they can get away with anything, pretty much. Because there were just as many women who were turned off by that. There were other women who were defending it. And then did anybody see the video of him with his wife? They had today.
I think that was the one I saw. When we
Oh,
we
okay,
was trying to play, but the volume was real low.
right. Okay, maybe that. Yeah, because there was one yesterday where he's trying to try to explain this garbage, and everybody's like, "This is some." But there were women who were buying it because he brought in the God into it, and so people was like, "Don't you can't judge him." And then there was some guys who was like, "Well, he deserved to cheat because he's famous and all kind of stuff." I'm like, "Oh, like, well, why would you? Why would you support this?"
Good
And
thing
it
I
makes
wasn't there. Blew all that crap out the water.
hmm
I said, good thing I wasn't there. Blow all that crap out the water.
man, this man, it was terrible. I mean, it was an L for everybody. It's like for guys, it's an L. For the women, it's an L. It's just everybody's getting L's in this whole thing. And then you have today where the wife is, it's pretty much she's just like co-signing it, and you could look at it as like, you don't look real happy with this, but
She's
it's
not.
sad, but it goes back to there are guys out here who believe that, well, if I got all this money, power, fame, these looks, I can pretty much do anything. And fortunately, people believe that. And like I told the panel yesterday, should Derek Jackson be canceled? Absolutely, he should be canceled because he's a hypocrite. He don't follow what he said. He's preaching. The sad thing, like I said in the chat, he's preaching to guys pretty much to be subservient to women in the sense that you can't hold them accountable. They can just do anything, and you should be okay with that. Also, you're teaching the women that okay, you don't have to improve yourself. You don't have to be the best version of yourself. You're okay where you are, and any man will take you. Now it's flipped. Now, now because of this, now he's teaching guys that okay, as long as I have fame, fortune, and all this, I can do whatever to the woman. She gonna stay. And to the women, you got to deal with it. If he's fame, he has fame, fortune, everything, then she has to deal with being cheated on, lied to. And, and so it was just sad. And like Max said, there was some dude on the panel yesterday was talking about, well, he cheated, he did the right thing. I said, no, he did it wrong. He brought a woman to the house. I'm like, that's that's the most wrong thing you can do in that type of situation,
Mhm.
because you
Mhm.
now this woman knows where you live. If he runs cross with her, she's now a threat to the wife, to the children, to himself.
Mhm.
And it's like, and we've
To
seen
the
cases
pets.
with, huh?
To
To the
the pets.
yeah,
I
to
keep thinking of that
everything.
movie.
Yeah, the one with Michael Douglas in it.
Yeah, and the pet rabbit in the pot.
Right. And let's not think about the news. What is that? Now, my this happened to my mother. That
Mhm.
this this woman that my dad was messing with came to the
Mhm.
house.
Uh huh.
Literally came to the house looking for him. So, and I think they were at a store one time. The woman came up to them, slapped my dad in the face. Now
Mhm.
he didn't do she didn't do nothing to my mom, but she did something to him, slapped him dead in the face and walked out. Now imagine in today's time where people got guns. Let's just imagine she would got a gun and just shoot everybody. I probably wouldn't even be here right now. So it's like you if you're going to have multiple women, and I'm not promoting it or anything,
Mhm.
the the thing you would do is let the woman know up front what it is, so
Mhm.
that she has the option to say yay or nay.
Right.
You don't come you don't you don't come out as this holier than thou guy. I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna be faithful and that, and then you do all this shit. That's the essence of being unfaithful, is that you don't keep your word.
Mhm.
If you can't keep your word, what good are you?
Exactly.
And just it's sad. It's embarrassing. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for the kids, and you know, I hope she leaves, because if she would have left tomorrow, actually, she did file for divorce. She was
Mm.
gonna go through with it, but I guess
Yeah.
he convinced her not to. Me personally, I think she should be gone. Like yesterday, she should have been gone. Take the kids, whatever you got to go to the lawyers. There was a lawyer that I saw over there on O'Shea. He said, "Boy, this would be a field day for her. I mean, that'd be a field day. She would get hella paid.
Mhm.
But will she do it? Man,
Well, she's sticking
I
it
wish
out
I could.
with them.
I wish I could say she will, but it's
Uh,
we know the answer to that. We don't know, and it
mhm.
may be a more no than yes.
Yeah. Or maybe she's trying to, or she fooling herself into thinking that, okay, I can do this. We're gonna go through counseling. He's showing that he's willing to change. I'm gonna take a chance.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, we all. I mean, if it was something like, again, I do not promote cheating, so for anybody who's gonna think that I am, I'm not. But let's just say he did cheat it, and it was in some hotel. She didn't know, and she just randomly found out somehow. Then I could say, okay, yeah, maybe you can go to counseling and do it that way. But when you bring somebody to the house, no, you can't. Though
That's usually a wrap.
that's it. It's over.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
over. It's it's done. There's no amount of counseling can change that.
As I
Yep.
said. is burned into her brain.
Mm-hmm. It's like yeah, I can't. Man, I just that's just disgusting. And
Hey, do you remember a live he did a while back where he was talking about a guy who told his girl about him cheating on her multiple times and now she's not the same? I'm wondering if that has something to do with him and his wife. That there is no dude, that's him and his wife.
it could be. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I don't listen to Derek Jackson. I could care less because once I see that he's really going hard in the paint for women, I tune him out because I was like, no, I know what you're doing, homie. You selling a product. I got it.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
ain't gonna knock it, but we know what it is. But yes, but yeah, he could. You know what? All his stuff he probably talking about. He probably talking about himself. He wasn't talking about some random dude. It was stuff he was doing. I mean, they now correct me if I'm wrong because I was thinking they were only together for 4 years, but from what I was getting, what I read, and they've been together for 12 years.
Hmm.
Is that
They
is
just
that
been married for 4 years.
right? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so he been with other chicks while it's pretty much a given that he's been with other
Yeah,
chicks around her anyway.
because from the sound of it, this chick he was cheating on his wife with, she been around for most of their marriage.
hmm Since the engagement and the marriage, yeah, because they got engaged in 2016, and then they got married in 2018. So, and this chick been there since, yeah, yeah, been there since the whole thing. So, and it's like the only reason why he got married to her because she got pregnant, and if it got out that he's a baby daddy, shoot, that's kind of gonna kill his brand. Yeah, that image is a motherfucker. That makes you do a whole lot of stuff you probably don't want to do,
Hmm.
and I think that's one of the things he got married to keep his image, but I don't think he really. I, yeah, like you said, I don't think he loves this woman. Um, I think the only reason why he married her is because she got pregnant, and I mean, it's just the evidence is right there. But people going to, women are still going to follow him. I wish they wouldn't, but we just conditioned to, like Max said, we just conditioned to men are going to cheat regardless. I don't necessarily believe that, but that's what we're conditioned to believe. I mean, look what happened with Lonnie Love. At one time, she went out there and said all black men cheat, and I mean, the fact that she was that comfortable saying it is that's what that's what we believe, and it's sad that people believe that. It's is what it is, man. So, um, were you a fan of him? Anything, Dane?
Okay, I know I got curious about it because someone was complaining about him. That Derek Jackson this, Derek Jackson that. He's a lie. I'm like, okay, what's the big deal? He's lying to these women. He don't want to admit that they are the FAT word and stuff like that, and that there's such thing as being too FAT, and we're not talking about the PHAT. I was like, who the heck is this person he's talking about? So I went to look for it. I was like, okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's nice. But I still could use to lose some weight though. But he talked a little bit about exercising, but after a while he couldn't hold me for too long. He just lost interest. Every now and then somebody say something, I go see which particular video talking about, and then I'm like, all right, whatever, move on. But was I a fan? No, no. I didn't know about him until somebody started complaining about him. Shoot, I didn't even know he had wrote books or that he was considered a relationship expert. I thought he was just a guy driving his car and making comments, and he sees somebody ask a question in the chat and he answered it. That's all I thought he was.
Yeah, the
So,
only yeah, the only way I got know about him, from being over the manosphere. They used to complain about him a lot, especially who over there. One of
mhm,
his main adversaries would complain about him a lot.
mhm.
And so, but I listened to him a few times, and then I'm like, okay, well, he just pandering. Nothing to see here, nothing to worry about. I didn't
Yeah,
follow him
I
up to
just thought
care.
it was entertainment during the civil war that was going on in the manosphere.
Well, it was. I mean, it was entertaining. See how these dudes losing their mind over some guy. I mean, I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
he's
but
selling books.
and then it
Why
didn't
do you
stop
care?
with him. Yeah, so I didn't even know about the books. I was like, so I'm reading book. What book? I was sorry. I was surprised. And that he's a poet. He's a poet. I was like, okay, all I saw is the dude in the car. Yeah, it's a nice little ego boost every now and then. He's not hard to look at. But, after a while, you get bored, you move along, or you realize, um, I don't want somebody to just tell me just what I want to hear. Okay, I think you're leaving something out, or are you're pandering a little bit, dude.
Yeah, I mean,
Uh-huh.
look, you know, you're old enough to recognize that yeah, that's what he's doing. He pandering. He's trying to, he's trying to get in good graces. But we have uh, um, a lot of females. Unfortunately, they have low self esteem, and they just need somebody to just tell them, well, you're okay as you are. You're not. You don't have to improve to get somebody. You don't have to be better.
Uh-huh.
It's just no. It's all their fault. It's all them. Nothing to see here. You okay, sis? And I mean, I'm like, since this guy been out, the relations between black men and black women has not improved. I don't see the evidence of this because of this guy. Black women are getting married and having these successful relationships. So it's like, man, it's just another one of these dating coaches pandering to women, and it's just that's what it is. And I'm like, I
Oh,
to be
oh,
honest, to really be honest, I even forgot about him till really they start trying to compare him to Kevin Samuels, and then this came out.
well, hey, all of it. Okay, all dating coaches or relationship gurus or whatever they going under, they all pander to an extent. Yeah, because they trying to get your money. Now, some of them are better than others. They'll say, okay, you need to improve on this. You need to work on that. You know, get yourself prepared for the man you want and stuff like that. Don't just exercise because you're pissed off at your ex. Work on yourself and exercise to make you healthy. You know, um, use the anger you have redirect it into exercise. So Not only do you look good and feel good, you get to rub it in his face. Mm. That kind of is kind of appealing. You know, but after a while, okay, same thing for. But whether it's to men or to women, they're all pretty much gonna be saying the same thing. If you take KS and you switched it from men to women, it's the same thing. Or if you take what's that other one? The not so much dating as getting women. Uh, the other one they went to war on. Okay, you
Um,
switch him. If you switch his thing around to women getting as much D as you want, it'll
yeah,
be pretty much the same thing. You
yeah,
know,
and that one's even more creepy because it's like, okay, so we're teaching women to be the S word. I'm like, no,
well, what you think? Some of these if you notice some of the music videos, why does the boss chick gotta be a S or a B? Why does the independent woman gotta be the S or the B? I was like, okay, look at you, or in some ways the videos are even doing it, but I could be the boss chick without uh being the S or the B.
yeah,
Besides, you don't want to see my B. She ain't nothing nice. I, I'm scared of her myself sometimes. Not for me, for other people.
I cannot imagine. I, I've heard some of your stories. I cannot imagine you. I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
get
A
that.
few people have drawn her out and drawn the attention. Usually it's a defensive. If I'm in defense of a person and I'm being torn, and I'm being pulled, she's gonna release. She's gonna come out. We defending this person. Forget them, and we're coming out. Didn't I just say care for her? Had a situation where a relative was being aggressive towards a female family friend to the point that it could be mistaken for attempted R. Except I was right there. It's like, get off of her. She ain't interested. She said no. And it was like, no, no. I didn't know until later what else was going on with him. No, no, she wants it. She like it. No, she don't. But he was used to being pandered to by all these women because he looked cute. He had older women after him, sleeping with him. Oh, it was like, oh my goodness. So he couldn't believe that she wasn't interested. He figured if he hit all the hot buttons, she would change her mind because that's what worked with him before. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, so all that anger, and I couldn't understand why he was being like that. Nor the family members like that, and I didn't want him to be like that. He used to be my favorite. I used to babysit him. He used to, it's like a mother seeing her son become a artist. You know, Even though he's not my son, he's like it's more like little baby brother or something becoming. What the hell is wrong with you? But that's me.
But yeah, it was kind of not off base because it's like you have some females that would, like you said, they would have went along with it just because, either.
Oh well, he was good looking. He was tall for his age. He's in
Mhm.
shape. He can be charming. He can still is charming. You
Yeah.
know, that aggression has gone, you know, but the charmer has uptake. So he's like more charming than he is aggressive because he don't have to be aggressive because he can charm the pan. Whatever the woman likes, that's what he becomes. I'm like, dang it, you a doggone chameleon, boy. And it don't just work on I seen him do it in charm jobs. I can't. This boy was unbelievable. He get kicked out of a job for fighting with his boss and get hired at the same company, different department. I'm like, how the hell you do this? Anyway, so he's a charmer. He has a way of finding out what works on you. You know. He has a way of picking up internal, job politics for you know which foremen can't stand each other, which managers can't stand each other, you know, and play up to what they wanted to hear.
Yeah.
But anyway, we digressing.
And,
So
that's
so
that's pretty much what Derek Jackson did. He played
mhm,
up to what these females wanted.
mhm.
A good look. He's charming, built like a Adonis, famous, and he was saying the things that they wanted him to say, and you know that's how he got hooked. That's how he made all his money, sold all these books.
Yeah,
I mean, he was killing it.
he was
But
killing it when he wasn't married.
right.
In fact, they thought his popularity would go down because, they thought in the back of the women's mind, they thinking, I can get him too.
Well, I did like until recently. I've heard he was married, but I never until this came out. I never even seen his wife. It was not like he really promoted her, unless maybe he was doing it on IG or something like that. Because I don't really follow IG like that, but I didn't really see him promote his wife until very very recently when the first uh when the first chick came out say she was cheating on his wife with, and that's when you saw the pictures of the wife, and then now all of a sudden here comes the wife and that lady, and I'm like, there's people saying that this chick is ugly. I'm like, this chick not ugly. I mean, she looks kind of nerdy, with the glasses. I mean, she looked like a nerdy girl, but I mean, she wasn't ugly. I'm like, who who will say that she's ugly? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think we compared them with the peacock, with the peahen. If you notice, the peacock is all showy and and strutting his stuff, while the peahen, pretty much a plain. And people used to wonder, okay, why would a peacock with all his fanciful feathers be going after a peahen?
Right.
Okay, Derek Jackson is the peacock. She's a peahen.
Hmm.
Although I don't see nothing wrong with her, but she's just not, going seeking out attention. In fact, she just wants to have her own life, marriage, and hey, she was probably okay with him being on the forefront and her being in the background because she don't like that kind of attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I could believe that too, because I'm like, man, I could about imagine the attention he gets with all these females hanging around. So shoot,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
you
So
gotta fight all these chicks out to get off of him. So yeah, that could be.
yeah,
I
I've
can
heard a lot
understand
of
that.
good looking dude. They don't want uh 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 uh, uh oh shoot, I don't know what to call it. A woman that's that's all I guess typical beautiful where men would be after oh wait a minute, I guess they call them dime women. They don't want that.
Hmm.
Cause they say, look, I don't have the time and energy to be fighting off a dude. Always, nah. Give me regular woman, who loves me, wants my attention. I'm cool. I don't want to be fighting other men for her attention or her time or them approaching her thinking she's free or ignoring me. Then I'm gonna have to raise some fist up.
Right.
Or there's some men that's like, I don't know what y'all talking about. My woman is beautiful, but she's plain. Says who? She's beautiful to me. Y'all
Yeah,
know
I
what
had.
y'all talking about. Or they like the fact that only they get to see the beautiful side of their woman. Every woman is beautiful. Even the plain and the ugly one. But not every man get to see it.
Right.
Just the man that loves her get to see it. So okay, so his girl don't get dressed up. She don't go for maybe occasionally for special occasion, but she just likes her comfortable clothes. But when they are alone together, he sees beauty, and he don't want no other man seeing that beauty. So if she gets with her girlfriend and she's dressing too nice, like, what the hell is this? No, cover the girls up. They don't need put the. Where's the rest of the skirt? Why you gotta show off all the legs? Wait a minute, why is that dress hugging your behind like that? You see a whole nother side of them. It'd be like, I hate your girls. They all be trying to take you away from because they dressing up the girls, his girl to show all her assets, but she's married. She's with him. He don't want everybody knowing what he got. So so they be like, I hate when you get with your girls and stuff like that. Now, if she's smart, she'll be like, hey baby, look what I got for us, you know. And she show it off from him to have like a little fashion show, the strip tease, whatever, you know. Eh, 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 you know. But still, as far as he concerned, it's for me.
Right. Good. Yeah, that's how I felt with my ex. I'm like, that's because I had people who was like, "Hey, ah man, she kind of ugly." I'm like, that's my woman. Who? I don't. It's my woman. I don't care what you think. You ain't. that's that's you. Go get. And the thing of it is, when people talk about that, most of their women or guys, they usually is about as the same, if not uglier. Because the ones who really, the ones who have really have someone that's really they believe is beautiful, they're not trying to show them off. I mean, that whole showing off, it always bothered, confused me when you had dudes with chicks they walking around, that's their girl, and she's like half naked and stuff. I'm like, why would you have her? I mean, there's it's nothing wrong with like dressing sexy. I
Mhm.
mean, I have no problem with that at all. But when it gets to the point where you're just half naked, it's like, why are you allowing her to come out like that, bro? That's not cool at all. Because you're drawing too much attention for no reason.
Well,
Yes.
some of it do it because it's an ego boost. Look what I got. This woman is with me. You wish you could have a woman like that, but you can't because she's with me. That's what that's about. That's the to me that's the equivalent of getting a big, powerful, fancy car. It's
Hmm.
showing that you got some kind of shortcoming somewhere. Now, whether it's with the equipment or your maturity or the thinking of your mind, when you gotta have your woman half naked, or wait a minute, are you go for the woman that's half naked. A lot of the time, these women are already half naked. They always been half naked.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get with them, then they get married, and then they have a hissy fit. Why you never have no clothes on? Why you always half naked? Dude, she was half naked when you met her.
Yeah, that stuff. I'm like, you met her half naked. Why are you trying to change it now? Like, you should have left her right where she was. I'm like, and I've seen a lot of half naked women. I just it at the point when you see it so much, it's just like it's like it's nothing now. Oh man, look at her how she got her breasts out. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's
So
why
she got
strip clubs has to go through rotation.
mm,
Hmm.
strip clubs, swinger clubs. I mean, shoot, you see that all the time. It's like to the point where okay, she got a breast out. I ain't like what else? It's okay. It's like
Yeah,
that's
and that's
nothing
when
new.
you start getting into them perverted areas like what Max was saying on the black women are least desired is a badge of honor.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
saw that.
all that stuff. Where you think that started? It started off okay. She just had to take off her clothes, shake her tatas, and it was fine. But then they got used to seeing the tata. So then she started showing her nana.
Hmm.
And it's like, okay, that's ooh, look at that nana. Oh, okay, I seen that nana. Okay, what else you got? You gotta keep up in the ante or you gotta switch the broads.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Or
Yeah,
expose other parts.
yeah.
I mean,
Or
it's
do
yeah,
tricks.
yeah. I've seen some of the tricks. I'm like, oh,
I'll be like, oh my goodness, you're making me sick. Yeah, so you gotta
yeah.
perform tricks. Yeah. So it'll be like, okay, I'm glad I don't have to do that. I'm okay with being the least desired. I'm cool with it. I'm not about to do all that stuff. And a lot of that stuff is just, or let's face it, it is all disgusting. And that was the mild stuff Max said.
Oh yeah.
What you mean that's the mild stuff?
Oh yes, man. You don't want to go into the heavy stuff, man. The
I was like,
the BDSM part.
well,
The
I know a little bit about that. I read a lot, but I don't do it.
yeah.
Well, I do like the idea of spanking a few people, but I don't want to be spanked. But you see, that's why I'd be a bad BDSM because I don't mind doing it to you, but you ain't about to do it to me.
No,
You
well,
want
you'd be great with it. Be a like a dominatrix or something like that. I mean,
to? Yeah,
I had a coworker. That's what she was doing for a little bit. I don't know if she's doing it now, but she would tell them like, yeah, I do that. Yeah, I beat these guys up, and they be paying me for it. I'm like, um, great. I was, I'm not letting you do that with me, but hey, I mean, whatever. But yeah, it just it
yeah. I
just
keep
goes down the
thinking of
dark.
Players Club and the cops. I was like, okay, if I get to beat up a cop like that and he paying me for it, oh yeah, I beat you up every day.
Hmm.
It was like, but unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to deal with a bunch of white boys. They're all into that sick
Yeah,
stuff.
yep. That's what it leads to because that's
No, yeah, unfortunately, most well, the black men I know they like me. Oh, if you want me to smack you behind, I'll smack you behind, but you ain't touching mine. But it's only fair, you know. But I tried the fair route, but I just don't want to get my behind smacked. Be like, hey, what the hell? You just ruined my mood. Now I'm not in the mood no more. Leave me alone. Go away.
neat. Shoot, I don't mind the spanking part. I mean, well, not being
Ooh, you
spanked.
telling on yourself, and
Hey,
you all by yourself. I don't know who's still in the chat. It says we got 10.
Oh,
Shoot.
I ain't worried. I'm not trying to date nobody up in here. So true. It don't matter. Shoot. Y'all haven't heard the worst of my stories yet. So trust me. Shoot. If I tell you the stuff that I really seen and partially participated in, y'all be like, "Ooh, we can't have him around here." So, no, but yeah, that whole
Yeah.
spanking thing. I look. Some of the women I've been with, they look, they, they, they don't mind me slapping it, but when they start talking about bringing out the whips and stuff, oh no, I
Okay.
got, I got.
No.
I'm like, I'm good. No, okay. You go get somebody else for that. No, shit. I've seen whips. I've seen cat o' nine tails. Actually, a real one. I've seen somebody use a bag of tennis balls. I was like,
Okay. Okay. Enough. Enough. You're
yeah,
getting a little
okay,
too descriptive there. We're gonna save that for another show. Okay.
yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Shoot. So, shoot. This sounds like we're gonna have to bring the Let's Talk About Sex series back.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
shoot. I'll be
Mhm.
there for it. I be,
It's
I'll be there with my
bedtime,
popcorn.
folks. This stream turned into scary hour. It's bedtime, folks. Oh, okay. Yeah, we should wrap it up because the our numbers going down. Everybody's getting sleepy, and we're almost
Yeah,
into the third hour. Okay,
right.
so Derek Jackson, you ruined your career.
I wish I could say that he did, but
Oh,
he's still gonna have fans, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
So I mean, I hope he would be canceled. I hope that his wife leave him. I hope all those things. I hope he be broken penniless because he he did the
Okay.
most one of the most vile things that you can ever do.
Hmm.
But unfortunately, because he has the looks, the fame, money, there there are women who's going to support it, and that's that's a sad reality.
And they're gonna get the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, if you gonna support a dude that's a known cheater, you're gonna get the cheater. You putting that energy out there. If you put out there, I am not tolerating cheating of any sort, especially for me. You know, I tell dudes, okay, when you propose, just know there's no such thing as divorce. That's why I turned down some proposals because I ain't divorcing. I'm literally till death to you part. Preferably you than me, but still.
Yep. So you know what that
But yeah,
means. So,
mm-hmm. Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
you
You're not leaving me. I was do like one woman scare all you women off. Tattoo. This is the property. This you go be unconscious. Gonna have a tattoo. This belongs to my name.
dang.
Yeah. Hmm.
I Yeah, the my ex wanted me to get a tattoo of her name. I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. I don't do tattoos. Period.
Hmm. Yeah. Me
Funny
neither.
thing,
I'm too changeable for that. First of all, I think tattoos is a lifetime commitment.
right?
You gotta be real into tattoos, and you better know what you want, and it better be something that you can grow old with. You know, if it's nothing you can grow old with, well, hey, don't be coming to me. Ask me, what do you think? I have a friend. She don't get a lot of tattoos. She just have one or two. Um, she's like, what do you think of the tattoo? Do you like it? No, 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 no. You got the wrong mindset. Doesn't matter if I like it. Is the question is, do you like it? long as you like it, it don't matter what I think.
Yep.
You know,
That's
yeah. That's why I be like, why you keep asking me to come with you when you go get a tattoo? Cause I want to know if it looks right. Okay. I want to know if you like it. Okay. How many times I got to drum it in your head? Don't matter what I like. It matter what you like. One time we was in a disagreement, and she actually threw my words back and went, "Well, it don't matter what you like. It matters that I like it." Exactly. You finally got the point. Stop asking me to the tattoo place.
yeah,
I don't mind tattoos on other people. I just don't want them on me.
exactly. You know,
Hmm.
yeah, that's my thing. And look, I like tattoos on other people, but me, nah. I am not about to get somebody to stick a needle in me unless absolutely necessary.
Actually, I don't have a problem with the needles. It's just the part that is permanent. And I might like it at that moment, but I might not like it later. And there's nothing I ever seen that I wanted tattooed permanently on my body. Nobody's name, not my sign, no pictures, no flowers, no photos, none of that. There's nothing I've seen that I wanted permanently tattooed to my body. To permanently be a part of me. And be like,
Yeah, I can get that. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's just like that.
yeah. And
Just
what
a
if I
thought. Just
decide I want to donate? I'm losing weight. I might have some excess skin. What if I decide to donate my skin at the burn unit, and that skin is the part that's tattooed? They're not taking that. Who's gonna take tattoo skin? I don't care if they burn to a crisp. They're not gonna get some strange tattoo skin. Oh, I found out from my
okay.
auntie that you can donate skin to the burn unit. Like if you're going through a plastic surgery to remove excess skin. I was like, what? You can do that? I said, well, yeah. I hate the idea of my flesh going to rot in some waste facility. So my skin could
Okay.
save a life. Yeah, in fact, one of the girls I work with, she had burned, and she was asking me, have you ever considered donating your skin? Yeah, every time I lose weight and I got the little flabby skin. And she's like, that's a good idea. I said, well, what if it's just a little bit? Hey, every bit counts. And for black people, we need it more. I said, we do? Yeah. Yeah, there's always white people donating skin, but there's never enough black people. It's like we have a fear that they're not going to save our life to keep our skin. Well, organ transplant. Oh, yeah, I saw my mom get hysterical because when I had a Texas license, I had a organ donor on. Yeah, I filed to be an organ donor. So when I got my Louisiana license back, I didn't choose organ donor because I mean she was hysterical. She was constantly afraid I was gonna get into an accident. I was like,
What they thought
okay.
they were gonna take your organs and just leave you to die or
Well,
something?
no. The theory is that okay, they're not going to work as hard to save your life if you're gonna be an organ.
Oh,
Hmm. That was the thing. Yeah.
I got you.
I said, but hey, I would like to donate my organs. She said, I promise you, if you happen to die before me, I would let them donate your organs to anybody. But actually, I don't know why I did it. I personally don't think anybody would take my organs, except maybe my skin, my eyes, even though I'm nearsighted. But to a blind person, my sight is good. Or at least my corneas. Let me see. What else? Uh, let's see. I'm trying to remember the kidneys, heart. Well, no, I don't think my heart's gonna be any good. Liver. I don't know the condition of my liver. I don't think I have a fatty liver, but I could be wrong. At least my doctor said I don't have any signs of fatty liver. And then I had a doctor told me, you know what? You actually probably have the better liver than the skinny person because I thought that was hysterical. He said, because your fat is all on the outside while their fat is all on the inside.
Now
Well,
that's
but
weird.
it's true. Well, every skinny person I met has high cholesterol. I don't have a lick of high cholesterol. Now, my bad cholesterol is a little higher than my good cholesterol, but still, overall, my cholesterol is good. It's like, yeah, people make assumption about fat people that we got high cholesterol. Yeah, I take
Yeah.
full advantage of it when I go to buffets. People be like, I get mad when people don't tell. Like I'm going out with friends and we're going to a buffet. I get mad when they don't tell me. I say I could have brought my Ziploc bags and my big purse. They say all you can eat. Yeah. Well, sometimes I can eat a little more later. You know.
You, you mean to tell me you taking food from the buffet and taking it home?
Okay, I will load up my plate, and they honestly believe that I ate a full plate of food in 5 minutes. Shouldn't have been suspicious that some of that food slipped in my purse. Besides, they know we do it. They see them old ladies wrapping up the rolls in the in paper towels and napkins and putting it in their purse. They ain't blind.
And they
Shoot,
don't do that.
little kids walk out with cookies. They be taking cookies, wrapping it up, and that mama hold the cookies for me.
Mm.
Shoes, I got relatives. The last thing they do after a buffet is they hit the ice cream, get them a nice ice cream cone, and walk out the door with it. Hey, they already paid for it. And
Y'all
yeah,
buffets are more generous because shit, we can't do
we
that over here.
Louisiana, we like our food.
Shoot, man, Texas, shoot, they be look, they
And
making
guess
sure.
what? hmm
Yeah, they
Texas
be
and
making sure.
Louisiana.
No, no, you ain't taking this food. No, you eat that here. We can't take our food. They charge you for it.
Oh yeah. Well, I was like, this like the food in your purse. What food in my purse? Open up your purse. I open up my purse. They're not allowed to dig in your purse. They can't see anything on the surface. That might have changed since the last time I did it. They can't dig. So I make sure you're not gonna see my food that I snuck in my purse. I've had too much pride. I learned from the master, my mom, little skinny woman, but she can eat like you wouldn't believe. And she's the one that got me started with the Ziploc bag and the big purse. In fact, she used to when I was a kid, she used to shove food in my pockets in my coat. Nobody suspect a little kid. You know, the younger you are, the more likely the mama stuffed the kid with food. Yeah, I didn't look like a teddy bear for nothing. Mainly because I couldn't put my arms down in my coat, so my arm was constantly stuck open. You couldn't bring your arms down all the way. Oh well, I guess you could say that's a big kid thing. If you was ever husky, chubby, a little kid, and you were broke, sometimes your parents couldn't get the coat that fit is quite as good, but the coat was on sale. So okay, you can get your arms in there, but you can't bring them down. That's close enough. You don't need to bring them down. Come on, let's go. Yeah, she was
Yeah,
the one that taught me all that. In fact, the last time I went to the buffet, I was saying, "Oh, me and my coworkers are finna go to the breakfast buffet at Golden Corral. I think it was Golden Corral or Ryan's. One of them two. Do you know? She handed me my purse and said, "Hold on, let me get you some Ziploc bags, and make sure you bring me back something good to eat." What that says about the woman who tells her child, "Oh, hold on, let me get your other purse," because I just had my little wallet, and she said, "Hold on, let me get the Ziploc bags." She taught me this. In
Your
fact, my
mom leading
coworkers, most of
your
my
mom leading
coworkers,
you down the wrong path. Just
they said they gotta catch you first. So just to be on the safe side, I made sure I had enough to cover it in case they charge me. I had some friends that worked at one of them buffet places. And I'm sneaking food. I'm going back. They trying to close up, and I keep going to the buffet. And I'm sneaking food. And finally, he had enough. He comes and hand me a tray and said, "Go load up." What? It said, "Go load up." Is this a trick? I was like, "Is this a trick? Is this a setup?" I'm not gonna be able to pay for it if they try to charge me. Oh, no charge. We just want you out of here so we can finish cleaning up. So we can take that buffet down, and clean up. But it's not time to go. But if you leave, we can go home early. It's like, yeah, sure. Okay, but they charged me. I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, girl, go fill it. And sure enough, I was stuffing it. Oh, and I don't believe in just fixing it just to the close. I fix it to the point where you gotta mash it to get it to close, or you gotta hold it closed. Great aunt, she'd be like,
Mm-mm-mm.
"Girl, you gotta load that plate up. They gave you a plate, you fill it up." So you if you would look at it, you would think, okay, maybe about a pound or two of food. Go put that on a scale. 1 pound, shoot, if I'm lucky. I make salads that weigh more than 1 pound.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, you know how they weigh the salad about a pound? Like,
Yeah.
okay, like the $5.99 a pound. Some reason my salads are always $8 to $10.
Wow. Yo. Damn.
That's salad. That's salad. So you can imagine what I could do with a buffet.
Wow. I don't even want to know. Damn. Oh
But
my
anyway,
god.
I hadn't done it in a while. Not since my mom passed away. That was the last time. That was the last time not to mention my coworkers wouldn't go with me. It's no
I
fun going
guess
to
not.
the They were like, "What are you doing, Frank?" Because we work in security, we all call ourselves, "What are you doing, Frank?" "I'm eating." "No, no, no. I just saw 1 minute you had a plate full and the next. I don't care how hungry you are. There's no way you could have ate all that in a minute." I said,
I
"Well,
like
what makes you think I can't?" Common sense. Well, you need to tell them people out there. People see me load up, and 5 minutes later, I come back to load up, and they don't question, "Hey, something's off about this." You, they said, "Well, that's because I know you. I know you don't really eat like talking about like that." I do eat, but I don't eat like that. Dang.
mm,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and old black women. Watch old black women. I sat with a lady in her 90s. She made me look like an amateur. And she take full advantage. She's 90 years old. She take full advantage of that old lady thing. And then to be so sweet and she remind them of their grandma. I can't do that. She don't understand. She lived in the depression and all that other stuff. They never see food like that. You gotta eat it. Or you gotta take some home for later. Okay, my mom. No, we got that. You go ahead and take it. She ain't stupid. She ain't senile. She don't have dementia. Yeah,
Yeah.
she grew up well, let me see. Actually, she was born about 1916. But yeah, that woman does it deliberately. She's playing game on y'all. I'm watching her in action. I'd be like, I be dang. She said, it's good to be old. There's sometimes when it's good to be old. You remind all the young ones of their grandmama, mama, no matter how old they are, because she's 90. You gotta be like 100 to not have her call you baby. I seen her call 70-year-old men child and baby. That's the weirdest thing. I seen her curse her doctor. Actually, she's older than her doctor. But and he was 80. He's 80 years old. She tell him sit and rotate.
Yeah.
I miss that woman. I actually miss her. She be cracking me up.
Yeah, we got coworkers that do the same thing. They be like, "Look at me, Will. You can't. I can't work over here. I'm old. You got to. You got to do this for me. Put me in this position. I'm older." And I'm like, "This lady here, come on." we. I'm like, and then she giving me the wink, like, "Yeah, I got him." I'm like, "Man, this lady here." I mean, I can't be mad at her though. I can't really be mad because hey, if they gonna give it to you, might as well take it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. So yeah. This woman had great grandchildren and stuff like that. She raised her grandchild, her great grandchild. She was gunning for the great grandchild, but her great grandchild put her foot down. No, mama, I'm not having you steal my child like you stole me from my mama and stole my mama from her mama. Yeah, because her daughter died young. So she raised her granddaughter, then her great granddaughter. I was like, yeah, yeah, So we got really way. Oh, hey, information man, off topic. Okay, let's call it a night. We
yeah,
went into the 3 hour mark. We ain't even on topic anymore. Okay,
no,
Derek Jackson, cheater, liar. Uh, he smiled in your face. Okay, backstabber, traitor.
backstabber, front
What?
stabber. I mean,
What?
shit. I mean, every
Oh.
description you can pretty much you can put them.
Mhm. I had well, he's my ex. He said, um, what? Okay, if I sleep with another woman, do you consider it effed up or effing up? And I said, let me see. I said you effing up. He said, well, wait a minute. What if a mistake happened? How are you gonna accidentally have sex with another woman? Well, I was drunk. There's no mind. I've been drunk. I never slept with no man by accident, drunk. No man ever looked better looking when I'm drunk. That is a lie women tell themselves to excuse them having sex. Now, if I'm unconscious, I'm not having sex. I'm being raped. So now,
Facts.
hmm
That's
so
facts.
hmm so
Usually,
now, if I want to give myself some little courage and lie to myself and say, I didn't really want to sleep with him. I didn't really mean to sleep with him. It was an accident. Okay, I think the only accident I ever excused, woman was drunk. She was in a darkened room. She thought she was with her man. And then when the lights came on and she sobered up, that wasn't her man. That's the
what?
only excuse. Huh?
What?
She was drunk. She was in a darkened room. She thought the person that crawled in the bed was with her was her man. She had sex with him. Found out later when she sobered up and the lights were on, that was not her man.
Well, wouldn't that be the R word? Because
Well, yeah,
she,
that
she
is right. So yeah, so it still go back to the R word.
yeah, that's not I mean, that's not who she. I mean, I'm not trying to laugh at that, but
And oh yeah. Oh, speaking of the R word, yes, you the R word. You took my choice away from well, not mine, but you took your wife's choice away from her. You took that other woman's choice away from her because she didn't know you was married initially. She thought you was divorced, which means you was finna be a free man. Although personally, I think don't mess with no dudes that's separated from their wife or so-called going through a divorce. Wait for the divorce to
hmm
be final. See the paperwork. Okay, now you're officially a free man. Okay, now I consider dating you. But until such time, oh, me and my wife separated. Are you still married? Well, legally right now, but we're going through a separation, so you still married. Yes, technically you're still married. Okay, when you are technically divorced and I see the divorce papers, then we can talk. In the meantime, stay away from me. I don't want to talk to you. That's my take on that. Okay. But, that's stupidity on her part, my personal thing. Don't mess with no supposedly divorced man, separated man. And if he says he's divorced, see the divorce papers. Men
facts.
can lie, you know.
Yep.
But mhm.
we
So, which
we
I
can
which
lie.
we are talking about right here. So he is also an R word because he took without permission. He was not given okay. He stole her right to choose. His wife's right to choose. The other woman's right to choose. Do I want to sleep with a married man? No, I do not. But he said he was divorced. But it turned out it wasn't true. You stole my right to choose. So as far as I'm concerned, you know our word too. Most men would be like, "That's harsh. That's not true. There's a big world of difference." No, one of the definitions: you taking away the person right to choose to sleep with you or not. Your wife. You took the wife right to choose to say no. You cannot sleep with that woman, or no, I don't want to sleep with an adulterer. I don't want to sleep with a man who's unfaithful to me. So,
Yeah, I mean,
all right,
that's just that simple. I mean, at
that's
the end
it.
of the day, he took away her choice to make a decision on what he. I mean,
If she
even
would
if
be,
he,
mhm.
even like I said, even if he wanted to have multiple women, you know, all he had to do go to her and be like, "Hey, look, I want to marry you, do all this, but I want to have these. I'm just gonna go out with these multiple women. Are you cool with that?" And so she could have came back and say, "No, no, I can't do that," or "Okay, fine, but make sure that it's not have her in the house, like
Are in my bed,
in the
and,
bed, in the
you must
house,
wear a
in the
condom at
car."
all times. You must wear
What
a
do you,
condom. You don't kiss her. You don't give her oral sex unless she's covered with dental dam.
ew, I'm like, especially when you're talking about he was doing the anal part. I'm like, what the
Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, ew. It's bad
yeah,
enough having kissing him and the woman's but JJ is all over his mouth. But that too, you're making me sick.
yes, that's what they were saying. I'm
Oh,
like, what
I
the
gotta. You see why I said this would drive most women to homicide?
yeah,
I wouldn't take them
hey,
back.
I wouldn't.
Oh,
I can see
oh
why.
Lord,
I would.
oh my
I'm
goodness.
like, damn, dude, that's what you were doing. I'm like,
If I if I was him,
ah,
Not that I would be, but if I was him, I'll sleep with one eye open. Would have a taster for my food.
Mm-hmm.
I would not let her run my bath water. I would scrub my
Mm-hmm.
tub every time I had to go take a bath or shower, just in
Check
case.
and check the brakes before you drive.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. Break some line. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. Um, be on the lookout for a car. See if she recently got a license permit. And let's see what else.
Mm-hmm.
Has she been going to the shooting range? It don't necessarily have to be a gun. Has she all of a sudden felt a surge need to go to self defense class? Oh, is she looking into tasers?
Mm.
Is she taking the battery out the car and getting jumper cables?
Right. Or all of a
Or
sudden there's some new dudes around, just walking around out of nowhere.
yeah, is she
Might
getting
not be
strange
because,
calls?
you know, just all of a
Yeah,
sudden she got a new friend.
and dare you to say anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, oh,
And it
oh,
might,
oh, oh. Or she plot the ultimate revenge. If she do a Cardi B on you,
well, which one the Cardi B?
you know
What
what
she
the
do?
Cardi B did to some of them guys when she was a stripper.
Oh, 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 damn. That would be so messed up. God,
Yeah, and then she
James.
would film it and all that stuff. Shoot.
Oh, oh, shoot, that would run everybody away. I think he would have no fans.
Yeah, so
Oh, shit.
you might want to get on the bottom for a few times. Oh, there was a TV show where the woman tricked the dude into taking Viagra and handcuffed him to the bed. But luckily he was on the bottom, and when she was on top, her boyfriend came out, and he had an involuntary threesome, which involved him, a woman, and another dude.
Oh, 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 wow, wow.
He
Shoot.
said he said luckily nothing hinky happened. It's just that, but it's weird. I don't mind me and two women, but that other thing. Well, okay, but anyway, that's let me stop talking about that. You guys get all squeamish. I don't know
Yeah,
why y'all have no problems talking to a woman. Said, babe, you ever consider, having another woman in doing a threesome? Me, you, your friend, or me, you, or that girl at that whatchamacallit, be like, oh, I used to nip that in the bud, be like, hey, babe, you ever thought of threesome? Oh, for real, you want to do it? Okay, so what dude you don't mind doing a threesome with? I'll let you pick. What? Wait. I said a threesome. Yeah, me, you, and another dude. No. No. It's me, you, and another woman. I don't know where you asked if I wanted to do a threesome. My threesome is me, you, and another dude. What threesome were you talking about? I just told you. Well, I don't like women. Listen, you don't have to do the woman. I would do the woman. Excuse me. You got one D equipment. I'm not going to share. Usually, what happens when there's two women and a man, there's some kind of hinky gay stuff going on. Hey, I got multiple entries. I can do two dudes, and y'all don't have to touch each other. He's like,
facts.
huh? Oh, see. Now you see what you got me doing, bro. Speak. Let's get out of
Hey,
here. Let's get
hey,
out of
you
here.
went down there. I'm just along for the ride. So let's try to end this before we
Let's get out of
turn
here. Good
into.
night, y'all. Let's
Good
get
night,
out of here.
everybody,
Yeah,
and good night, Max. Wherever you are. Good night, man.
yeah. I'm gonna get fussed at about that, Shameless.
Yeah, he gonna get mad at you.
Uh, hopefully he went to sleep. Nah, I ain't gonna be that lucky. Okay. Good night, y'all. Let's go out with
Good,
some music. And hey,
good night.
Yeah, son. There's mad kids out there getting cream for the 9-5, bro. Yeah, and I've been doing this for a long time. You know, shoot the game going for mine. Alright. And this is the year when mad caps get peeled. So I'ma spark this line, kick the reel.
Bang them out.
With all this chaos in the realms of the street, your local street dog got to make ends meet. The average Joe's far too slow for the ghetto pro. You better know, when I hit the streets, I like to glow, I like to glisten. And at the same time, stay low, listen, motherfuck the fame. I'm pursuing the dope. My stilo is symbolic to a kilo. Cash is popping, coke is cooking, beef's copping. Ain't that some shit? A player that's used to living rich is now a sticky kid, caught up in a ditch. In 94, Giuliani kicked down the door. In 95, niggas flipped to stay alive. Peeling caps while I laugh. In the stats, the 4.5. Remy in the glass, spark the boom, then I blast. They wanna confine me, sneak up from behind me. Bust a cap in my back and put me where they can't find me. They hate to see a young player pay. I don't wanna see that, son. They rather see him spray. But I'm like Diddy, a Terminator, squeeze the lead off. Using verbs and nouns like rounds to blow your head off. Hitting up spots, heating up blocks. Investing in stocks like Colombian blow crops. I'm out to get cream and ain't no doubt in my mind. Fuck this broke shit, I'm hit, I get down for mine. I get down for mine. I get down for this. Get your hands in the air. I get down for mine. I get down for hands on the regular. Shit, turn no fear. I get down for mine. I get down for this. Get your hands in the air. I get down for mine. I get down for this on the regular. Shit, I hear you wanna be a player. I ain't someplace you bet. Let's play a game of real nigga roulette. With this a DOA as I spray the melee. Contact and punctuation is compared to AK. You in a daze, overdose for pure funk. I'm fucking off like Tommy Gibb. Bahamas a booty smoke. Decapitated rappers in my trunk. I'm sick, pumping skunk, bouncing with my click, popping mega jump. I'm getting back while these clowns be zigzagging. What's this talk about flipping keys? Come on, you're nickel bagging. I'm blasting off wings and making doubters believe it. You see, I was packing heaters when jokers was banging cheerleaders. Ain't nothing changed, it's still the same in the rap game. I'm known for banging rookies out the frame. Y'all done forgot who was the pimp from the start. Sipping vintage wine, eating a la carte. I'm phenomenal from the abdominal. Far from comical lyrics and sticking the brains like barnacles. Never sweet. I'm bringing the drama to the streets with techniques and rolling in fleets. Ain't nothing sweet about the streets, so I'm poetically ill. I'm pure like cook up and lyrics shine like fish scale. I got the banger at your throat and you ain't showing no signs. K-Dep, let them know I get down for mine. I get down for mine.